Ages are.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 nigga. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are live. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Kick, and that is it. All right. Make sure to get your popcorn ready. Ball up what you need to ball up. Pour up what you need to pour up. It's your boy Friday Ricky Dread. Back over here, June 14th, 2026. We got a lot of different things to get into, including the Salsa on St. Clair shooting and the artist that passed away, R.I.P. to koobz, koobz 61st. Okay, we got to definitely get into that. Okay, we got to get into the elephant in the room, things that have been floating around online. All right, I'm not gonna dodge it. We're gonna get into it. You're gonna get into it. Don't worry about it. All right, I ain't dodging shit. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also, we're gonna get into the whole thing. That it's not something that is breaking, but it just popped up out the blue. I seen Drake in the likes. He's co-signing some crazy things that we were saying about your boy on We Love Hip Hop Network, Kendrick Lamar. Don't worry, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. All right. Also, Ebro is crashing out on his co-host Rosenberg. We definitely got to get into that. I have the full breakdown of the Memphis Bleek versus Tony Yayo beef. And also, I want to get into this Nolan Wells stuff, okay? Nolan Wells is the young man who passed away. He was with a group of friends. They were out camping, and he went off, or they were out on a boat, and he went off, and they couldn't find him anymore. Now he dead, right? There's a lot of parallels to something that we covered over here on the We Love Hip Hop Network. RIP to Shamar Barnett. We definitely got to get into that. All right. If you guys have anything else, let me know what you want to get into. Spam the chat. Comment gang strong. Let's see who's up in the motherfucking building. I see Damn Homie in the chat. You're big salute to Damn Homie. Who was in here from early? I see Kenzo Carter in here from early. Old John Crow 416 Trackstar Music in the building. Kowloon Clouds in the building. This Gully Life in the building. The other We Love Hip Hop Network in the building. Black Paints, Wrench Gang, regulating in this motherfucker right now. Okay, we got Indigo Eyes, Silver Dragon, crazy name. I like that name right there. Adam popping up in the chat. All right, make sure, do me a favor, smash that like button if like you just came home off of a 10-year bid and haven't seen what a pussy or an areola look like. Okay, just smash the fuck out that like button. And if you're watching on your phone, once you smash that like button, you might see something called a hype pop up. Then you gotta abuse the fuck out that hype. Okay, push this up in the algorithm. Let's get this shit popping. All right. Big salute to the whole Comment Gang. Comment Gang strong. Big salute to DJ Czar in the beat right here. Let me turn it down. Big salute to DJ Czar in the beat right there. Yeah, man. Okay, we back. Do me a favor before we get into anything. All right, you know I got to do my housekeeping. Go and check out our Kick channel, kick.com/welovehiphop. Quick announcement for the people who like to see the podcast on Thursdays and on Mondays, or Mondays and Thursdays. We will be filming the podcast, and you all know we film the podcast like the day before. We put it out the day right after, video and audio. However, we will be giving the live stream component of the podcast while it's filming on kick.com/welovehiphop only, exclusively. Okay, so make sure to go onto our Kick page. All right, join us on Kick, and make sure so that we can get our subscribers up. We got a lot of different things, like I told you, that are going on over there. We're going to be doing a lot of exclusive interviews. I also have some plans that I'm trying to do right now. Okay, y'all know the gambling be going down over on Kick, but we're going to be doing some different types of gambling streams in the future. So look out for that. Something that incorporates Canadian hip hop at the same time. So look out for a lot of different things in the future. Okay. Big salute for the donation over here from Sheldon, the Blind Traveler. He says, "Bless up" from Sheldon, the Blind Traveler from Toronto. Salute to you. Salute. Also, let me leave that on the screen for the homie Sheldon right there. Go to our Clips channel. All right. Anything that you see, all the long form content that you see over here on the main channel, any clips that you want to see from that, if you don't want to watch a full 3-hour live stream, 4-hour live stream, or 2-hour episode, then you could just go to the Clips channel, and all of the clips are over there for you. Okay. Make sure to subscribe. Go run up the views. Please run up the views on the Clips channel. However, I ain't gonna front like the Clips channel hasn't been doing well. Some of the videos, not so much, but some of the videos, very good. So salute to everybody who's been subscribing to the Clips channels, running up the views, running up the comments, likes, all that stuff that we need to make sure that we get a poppin' Clips channel. Because I'll tell you again, like, the last upload, I tried a couple of other uploads on this channel right here, but the last upload that you saw is probably from yesterday, or you see right now is from yesterday. Let me go to the channel. All right. 1 second here. Okay, no, I'm just checking some texts over here. The last thing that we uploaded was episode 700. Hold on. Okay, episode 700 of the We Love Hip Hop podcast,
available on a semi-weekly basis.
Right now. Okay, and yeah, that's the only thing that I have uploaded here, except for this live stream that you're going to be seeing here. So I say all that to say, make sure to go to our clips channel for any clips. Okay, big salute to DJ Czar, big salute to DJ Natural. Also, big salute to Dusty Wallace for anybody who wonders, like, yo, where's Dusty Wallace? Where is he? He's still there. He's still there in the background. And anytime that he, wants to pull up and do a pod with us, the door is open. Dusty Wallace has not been kicked off the podcast for anybody who thinks that that might have happened. All right. I think I've covered what I need to cover. Let's get into what we need to get into. I don't want to start off on a somber note, however, because this is trending and different things that have been going on in real time. We have to get into the news that happened over the weekend over at the Salsa on St. Clair. My apologies for pronouncing it wrong or calling it Taste of Salsa or whatever we were calling it in the segment before. But the Salsa on St. Clair, it went down this weekend. It was going down for 3 days of the weekend. However, on Saturday night, a tragic event happened where 2 people were killed, 5 people were injured. It was a shootout between 2 parties that I probably bumped into each other. They're still speculating as far as the police investigations. But I'll show you guys a video, and then we'll get into some more of the details of what happened.
Targeted. The police in Toronto say the 2 people killed when gunfire erupted at a street festival this weekend were targeted. The city's police chief just provided an update on the investigation into the shooting. It happened at the Salsa on St. Clair festival on Saturday night, when about 13,000 people were in the streets enjoying Latin music on what was a beautiful evening. In addition to the 2 deaths, many more were injured. Here's Chief Myron Demke speaking last hour.
Events like this need to serve as a reckoning. The fact that individuals who use guns in a crowded public setting with no regard whatsoever for the safety of those around them is alarming. As police, we will continue to do everything we can to tackle gun violence, but everyone has a role to play.
The CBC's Jennifer Yoon was at that news conference, and she joins us now live from Toronto Police Headquarters. So, Jennifer, what did we hear from the chief about the police investigation?
Let's go, Jen.
Yeah, we found out a little bit more about what exactly happened on Saturday night. The first thing that the chief said is that the police believe these 2 people who were shot to death were targeted. We also know the identities of the 2 we now know young men who lost their lives that night, 25-year-old Shaquan Kwashi and 20-year-old Cesar Vernaza. 2 firearms were recovered at the scene, and we also learned that some of the people who were injured were innocent bystanders, although the police would not say how many of the 4 who were injured were innocent bystanders. The police are still gathering information. Remember, there were 13,000 people in the area when the shots rang out and the shooting happened. So many of them, like you and me, have phones. Many of them were filming. So on top of the eyewitness accounts, there's a lot of video footage that police expect to have to go through. So they'll be sifting through that, and they're doing that kind of work at the moment. Police chief is also trying to reassure the public, because this isn't the only shooting that happened in Toronto over the weekend. On Friday, there was another fatal shooting uptown near Jane and Shepherd. And on Saturday, or early Sunday, 3:30 a.m., there was another shooting by the lakefront, by the waterfront in Toronto as well. But police chief trying to say that when you look at the statistics, gun violence is actually down this year compared to what they were last year.
Yeah, we did speak about that also on the podcast, how the murder rate or the homicide rate has gone down considerably, in comparison to past years. Obviously, it doesn't take away any of the seriousness of anything that's gone on right now, but we used to do like 100, sometimes 115, not 150, but like over 100 in a year. Then it started getting like down to like around 70 or so. And I think last year it was like 30, 35. So in the grand scheme of things, I guess it's not so bad, but yeah, they're already talking about canceling festivals moving forward, but we'll get to that.
And Jennifer, the chief also called for reforms he thinks will help prevent public shootings like this in the future. Tell us more about what he had to say.
Yeah, and you just heard it in the intro. The chief really acknowledges that this is a moment of reckoning and people don't feel safe. And he's calling for law reforms, calling on legislators to target crimes like this and prosecute them much more strongly. Take a listen to what he had to say.
We need some reforms that address that and recognize that if you pull out a gun in a public space, in a public square, or the Eaton Center, or any other public gathering, and fire it indiscriminately, that should be treated with the utmost seriousness in the law. And if someone dies as a result of that, there should be no debate on what the motive was behind that shooting. That should be a pathway to first-degree murder.
And the police chief and the mayor also calling on a crackdown on legal American guns in Canada. The chief said most of the crimes that are...
A crackdown on illegal American guns in Canada? Are we acting like this is some brand new shit? A crackdown? So you guys haven't been doing a crackdown this whole time? You just been letting them just flow through the border? Like, I feel like you're giving me deja vu. Like, yo, we need to do a crackdown on the all of the guns come from America. What are you guys talking about? Which guns? Where are the other places the guns come from? Chat. Can you guys let me know? Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some other countries that the guns are coming from that I'm not aware of, and are coming through the airports. Let me know, gang, because I feel like 100% of them are coming from America.
Committed with guns in the city,
or maybe you're talking about the ghost guns. Yeah, thank you. The 3D printed. Okay, Canadian made 3D printed guns. Other than that, where are they coming from? Where are we getting the old fashioned metal guns?
With guns that are illegally smuggled or otherwise brought through the border and used for criminal misdeeds. Now, it's not clear. He would not confirm if any of the guns that were used in this particular shooting on Saturday at Salsa at St. Clair were American, but he did point to that pattern. Another thing that the police chief mentioned is that he really thinks that tackling gun violence is the job of many different actors in society, legislators, schools, school boards, parents. But when I asked him if there's anything that he would have done differently, that he thinks the police could have done differently or better to try and respond, he told me that those discussions should be had and absolutely will be had at an appropriate time without saying when that would be exactly.
Jennifer, thank you. That was
a stupid statement. What are the police going to do? What are they really going to do when gangsters are out here just shooting indiscriminately? Just come over in the end and try to see who they can arrest. That's all they're going to do. So we got a little bit more details as the news story started to come flood the timelines. And immediately, as soon as it started to flood the timelines, people started to say that, oh, there's an artist by the name or a rapper by the name of Koobz that was shot in this incident, or who passed away in the incident, or was murdered. Let me say more specifically. All right. I did a little bit of research and I found out he was koobz 61st, which is part of the 61st crew, Pelham Parkway, the place where Smiley came from back in the days. Smiley's actual Instagram name should still be Smiley 61st, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, Smiley 61st. All right, that's the lady that Uba Booba was talking to in his video. Yeah, salute to Uba Booba. All right, and if I go and search up this gentleman here, Koobz, that's the first thing that pops up, koobz 61st.
How could she forget her man when I walk up inside the room? Pour codeine, Perky's got me stuck up on the moon.
This is Money L's and koobz 61st.
I seen, can't forget about it, it's fucking with my move. And I'm in it for the money, the cash, the loot, shit. Why you asking me for dope and you can't move it?
All right, so let me go to Rockboy Ninja, who covered this, and see what he has to say. What's good, YouTube?
What's good, YouTube? back with another one. Before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. But let's get right into it. Now, it was a violent and deadly weekend in the city of Toronto, where according to reports, there was multiple mass shooting in the span of 48 hours. 12 people got shot, 4 people passed away. Now, one of the mass shootings that everybody's talking about was the one that happened at Salsa in St. Clair, which was attended by 13,000 people. According to reports, gunshots rang out shortly after 8 p.m. when there was an exchange of gunfire between individuals targeting each other near St. Clair Avenue West and Arlington Avenue, leaving 6 people with gunshot wounds and 2 people dead. Now, one of the people that passed away is a local up-and-coming Toronto rapper, koobz 61st. He was identified as one of the victims. Another person also passed away in the hospital. Now, it's looking like the 2 guys that passed away might have been friends. I seen Smiley 61st posted both of them to his Instagram. It's to be noted, police also found 2 firearms at the scene. Not sure if the guns belong to the victims or the people that did the shooting. Now, this is just my opinion. I have no facts or evidence to back it up. I think the guys that passed away, they were probably out there just enjoying the festival, minding their own business, because Pelham Park is right beside St. Clair. So for all we know, those guys probably just went out there with the intention to enjoy the festival, and they got ambushed. In my opinion, I think somebody probably spotted them in the crowd, made a phone call, or the people that spotted them in the crowd probably did the shooting themselves. Because from what the police is saying, those 2 guys were the intended target. Everybody else that got hit just got caught in the crossfire. Now, the police did.
Now, there was return fire that came from, they said it wasn't just shooting in one direction. I think there was a shooting and return fire. But I said this in the podcast episode that just passed, that them don't need to be going out. I know Pelham Parkway is right next to the Salsa on St. Clair. It's right down the street. And I'm not trying to victim blame here, but if you guys have shit going on, you're part of a gang, you might even need to wear the balaclava if you're going out to somewhere in the summer type shit. Like, just stay home, because you're endangering other people's lives and your own by just going to events like this. Unfortunately, like, we've seen the worst of what can happen.
A news conference where they updated the public on the investigation. This is what the police had to say.
At the Salsa on St. Clair Festival on Saturday night. Our investigators are still, or who has information that could assist the investigation, to contact Toronto Police immediately. We're also putting out a QR code to assist with the uploading of images and video, as you see here.
That's crazy.
And members at 13 Division can be reached at 416-808-1300 for anybody who has information to call in. Shootings are down in the city, over 26% compared to the same time last year.
Okay.
But the need for increased collaboration and strategic planning,
we watched all this already.
We will be looking at.
It's an unfortunate situation. You know, a lot of those kids that were out there, they're probably going to need therapy in the future. Now, I don't think this is just happening. I feel like this is all happening by design. This is just giving them a reason for them to confiscate more firearms from legal, law-abiding citizens while the criminals are running around, killing each other and shooting innocent people in the process. That's just my opinion. Y'all can let me know your thoughts in the comments section. But if we're keeping it real, when you think about it, all the stupid firearm bans that the government's coming up with, disarming legal, law-abiding gun owners, we're not out there shooting people, selling guns in the streets. It doesn't seem to be affecting what's going on outside, because from the looks of it, it's looking like there's more guns out there. There's more mass shooting happening, a lot more shooting going on if you think about it, man. So I don't know, man. It's looking like the people are going to have to take matters into their own.
I wonder if we were like an open carry city or open carry province, like how they have open carry states over there in the US, if there would have been a different outcome that happened that day. If somebody else would have pulled out their gun and tried to shoot the assailants, or everybody would have just started running. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. Because this is fucked up.
Hands sooner or later. Y'all can let me know your thoughts once again, man. Definitely an unfortunate situation. You know it's going to affect the festivals in the future. Toronto can't have nothing.
It will.
Y'all
it
going
will.
to Carabana.
We'll
Y'all think Carabana is going to be crazy like this?
Don't worry. We will get to that.
Hopefully all the gangsters stay home from Caribbean and let the people them go out and have a good time. But what y'all think, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
Salute to Rockboy Ninja. So there was obviously some tributes that were going out to this young man here. And RIP to both people who passed away, right? Actually, both young men. There was a tribute to both of them. But they were friends. Fucked up, yo. This is fucking sad, to be honest, when I'm watching this. Holy shit, man.
We love you, Shaquan. I love you, Caesar.
I lost my best friend.
Holy, bro.
My mud brother. And my blood brother. All in one.
How can I heal all this pain when I'm constant?
I can't play the music. It's probably copyright. This is sad, though, man. All right.
What you know about pain?
What you know?
Pelham Parkway is hurting right now, man. Holy, bro. They did a big memorial for these guys. These guys were important, fam, to that neighborhood. Don King says, I hope this don't mess up Caravana. Real talk. I hope so neither, man, because they already have been talking about some of these festivals. They've been mentioning how the company, I think it's called the BA, if I'm not mistaken, are saying that they're considering not doing Salsa on St. Clair next year, which is crazy because people always expect like it'd be the black festivals. However, hey, it could happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Listen, shit can go down at the Pride Parade. Hasn't, but it can. Let me show y'all something because they are saying future festivals are in danger, and I'll play a clip right now.
We're in the height of festival season here in Toronto, and a lot of these events have grown in. We're in the height of festival season here in Toronto, and a lot of these events have grown in size over the years. They're bigger than ever before, and that's.
So actually, let me read this before I play this. The future of Salsa on St. Clair could be in jeopardy as main sponsors threaten to pull support.
Part of the challenge when it comes to security. But right now, a lot of discussions are underway about what more can be done to ensure these vibrant street parties are as peaceful as possible.
This isn't the time to lock ourselves in our homes, but to come out together and to look for solutions.
The crime tape is down and shops are once again open for business here on St. Clair West. A stark contrast to the chaos that unfolded on Saturday evening when a deadly gun battle broke out in the midst of a bustling street festival.
And this weekend, we saw a series of events that have changed families' lives forever.
With some of the summer's biggest events still to come, including Caribbean Carnival and Taste of the Danforth, councillors Josh Matlow and Alejandra Bravo, in collaboration with Toronto's police chief, made an urgent submission to executive committee to explore enhanced security, better coordination, and best practices already being used in other large global cities.
It's important to be clear that what happened on Saturday at Salsa on St. Clair is really about an issue of gun violence in a targeted way. I think what we need to do right now is make sure the rest of the festival season it goes ahead in the most carefully supported way possible.
The operative word is goes ahead.
A reactive response that is being criticized by the main sponsor of Salsa on St. Clair. The president of TLN Media Group is threatening to pull its long-standing support for the popular street fest, suggesting the city and police knew from recent events that groups of people were out looking for trouble, stating city officials were or should have been aware of these warning signs.
Right now, our laws are an effing joke, okay, when it comes to gun crimes.
Deputy Mayor Mike Cole.
See, I said this. Not about the gun crime, but about these festivals. Let me just, we'll get back to this video in a second. Niggas thought I was tripping. Where's the post? It's probably on the We Love Hip Hop page. Go follow us on Instagram, We Love Hip Hop Network. Please. Followers have been going up slowly. The spillers shouldn't go out in public or hang out with their kids. That life is done. Oh, this one right here. Steppers kill the summer vibe.
It's just interesting that they canceled Taste of Jamaica, but Taste of Salsa ended up getting shot up.
Bro.
Ay caramba, bro.
Ay caramba.
Adios mío.
But here's the thing. If Taste of Jamaica went on, y'all don't think something would have happened there? There's things happening right now, fam. It got me to the point where I don't think I'm going to go to Caravana this year.
For real?
Yeah, bro. Taste of Salsa got shot up, my guy. The fuck? You don't think Caravana could be an easy thing?
But beer things have been happening this summer so far, and it's all happened like impeccably.
Bear things and bear shots have happened over the weekend, bro. Like, and we've heard other things happen over other weekends. I don't know if I might just have to tap out, bro.
So that's it. Summer's over now. Everyone go inside.
Not for y'all, but for me, yeah. I ain't going, bro.
I feel like you can't live your life like that because anything could happen, you know? So it's like, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. You know, you could, God forbid, you step outside of here, a car hits you. And then it's like, oh, I should have went to Caravana like last year. I was scared it was going to
Remember the Young Street? Remember the Young Street van guy? Man, I'm never going to go to Young Street again.
No, fam, but the odds at festivals, bro.
Good point.
Yes, but no, because at festivals, those things happen a lot, bro. And Caravana, I don't want to put a bad paint on it because they're a big network, but I've been to multiple Caravanas back in the days where there was been mad shots popping.
And you never got hit.
I'm here, but same way.
That doesn't normally.
Okay, let me specify that a little bit because I won't say that like consecutive years of me going to Caravana was just like bang, 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 bang. And I won't even say it was always the Caravana grounds because sometimes it would be the Young Street Friday nights, the night before Caravana. And to be honest, that sometimes shouldn't be the best place to be at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, go and find your yard. Go tend in your yard after a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not victim shaming for anybody who's been in any of those incidents on Young Streets. But there has been probably 2 Caravanas, maybe 3, which in all actuality, with the amount of Caravanas that I've been to in life, where there actually has been a shooting. One being the year, if I'm not mistaken, it could have been 2000. No, it might. I think it was that one. It was in the 90s. Y'all remember the year for any of the older heads? Okay, gray beards only. The year when a undercover cop got his knee shot off. Like there was multiple shots that happened that day. Like the crowd was just running left and right. And they said that in one of the shootings, because I think they said 6 shootings went on in that one Caravana day, that one of the shootings was on an undercover officer that was sitting on a park bench. Was it 09, fam? You remember that one? Blew his fucking knee off. I was like, oh shit, they shot so many people that they shot one of the cops too. At that point, I was just like, I'm fucked up. I don't know if I could do this shit, fam. Was it 09, fam? If it was them times, bro, you got a good memory, bro. Cause that shit was a crazy day. Yeah, I was already living here. Yeah. It was a mud thing. But I won't use those examples as an example to paint the brush on the whole of Caravana. You know what I'm saying? Suta T Talk Toronto, she says the city makes money from these festivals, but in reality, people are dying, so cancel it and cancel it will save lives. They need to bring back carding. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. Carding, fam? For real? That's a big statement there. And I know you, T Talk. Like I know like you got kids and stuff like that. Shit. If you're feeling that way, I know you ain't the only one who don't. Right away, somebody just said something in the chat. You ain't the only one who feels that way, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not looking at her comment as just some random comment. I'm looking at it as somebody who probably represents the mindset of a lot of people in the city right now. Like, you know what? Fuck it, yo. Y'all fuck this shit up. Just bring back Harding. Fuck it. Maybe we do need to profile you little motherfuckers. Bella Clava, middle of the summer. What you got on you? You got a gun? Because, like, why are you even wearing that in the middle of summer, my youth? Like, wagwan. Yo, listen. Once upon a time, I would have been like, yo, you tripping. But now, at my 51-year-old age, I'm like, she ain't making no bad points still. And thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. Oh, I need to ask y'all niggas that shit. That one hit me in the chest. Holy. Do we need to bring back carding? Oh my Lord. Comment gang strong. Let me know. Y'all remember what carding was? When they were doing that crazy, not crazy, but it was like racial profiling in a way, or was considered racial profiling, right? If you see something suspicious, the boy them see too many people in the car, well, go on. Y'all, I already told y'all how I feel. Like, if you make me a cop, I'm gonna be a profiling ass cop, bro. It doesn't mean I'm gonna be getting anything off the streets, but I will be finding a lot of guns. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure for getting pulled over every day. I don't even know if they have that intensity, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Carding, I guess, could be a thing if the police gave a fuck anymore. We're at the point where we know how many of them are corrupt at this point. They're doing covert things like trying to pull up information on their databases to try to friggin' go get other people hit and, you know, help the gang members. Like, I'm not too sure if these guys are even got the what would be the word? Enthusiasm to try to get some carding done. They'll be just like, we know that nigga already. We know him already too. Nah, let him go too. Don't worry about him. You know what I'm saying?
Normally happened though recently, I would
Not
say.
not recently. We've been good over the last few years, but I'm just saying with the temperature outside right now, I pray that it's going to be good this year, bro.
It's just interesting that.
Let's go back to this video here.
Tells me this community is still reeling from the violence, and he defended the security efforts by Toronto police.
They had the vehicle mitigation barriers here, they had security, they had everything, and we can always ask for more. But as I said, the root problem is, how can you stop a gun gangster? There's about 50 entry points to St. Clair during the festival.
Cole says other levels of government.
Tell them not to forward. How about that? You know what? I'm gonna do it. Yo, gangsters, for the ones who love to watch We Love Hip Hop, I know some of y'all are watching from inside behind the bars, okay? This is a message, Uncle Friday, whatever. Sometimes you guys respect what I say. A lot of times y'all think I'm an old goof, so whatever. Don't forward, okay? If you got shit going on, if you got like, you got ops, You've been chirping to somebody online and you pulled out your burner and the snap and said, yo, when I see you, this is happening. Don't forward. You're fucking it up for the rest of us. Okay? These festivals that you guys are pulling up to and shooting at each other on sight in each other, there's kids at the fucking festival. So how about that? Do us and do yourselves a favor and stay home. Stay in the trap. Stay OT. Whatever drillers do when they're on their free time, okay? That's not in public. All right. I'm not saying what you do in your free time, like go to I don't know, Olive Garden or some shit like that. No, that lock off too. No Olive Garden, no Canada's Wonderland, no Salsa on St. Clair, no Banna. You can't come to the fucking party, okay? If you can't dress weather appropriate and you have to wear a balaclava and a hoodie, guess what? You should stay the fuck home. All right? A message from me to you. Some of you guys who I probably interviewed in the past on our rappers too, stay the fuck home. How about that? We don't want you here. All right? This is from me and the freaking citizens of Toronto. We don't want you at the party. All right? We don't want you at the club. We don't want you nowhere. You're making it tense. The fuck?
Have a responsibility here, and that Ottawa's recent bail reform doesn't go far enough.
You know, shooting at people, holding up, home invasions with guns, automatic 20 years, no bail. Then they would stop.
You shot somebody, automatically, club privileges, done. No more coming outside. I don't care how much money you and the drillers have, and you're popping bottles and free this demon. Guess what? You should stay home. You should stay home. How about that?
But as I said, the root problem is how can you stop a gun gangster?
You bun skin, stay home.
There's about 50 entry points to St. Clair during the festival.
Cole says other levels of government have a responsibility here, and that Ottawa's recent bail reform doesn't go far enough.
You know,
Uber Eats. Okay? Uber Eats, Amazon Prime. All right, make sure your Amazon Prime is on fleek. You make money, right? Somebody probably gave you like $30,000, $40,000 to do the hit, right? So just fucking Amazon Prime up. You can't even go shopping no more. We don't want to fucking see you.
Shooting at people, holding up, home invasions with guns, automatic 20 years, no bail. Then they would stop. So if you do these piecemeal things, they're not going to have any fear. They're going to continue to do what they do.
Now, the police chief was speaking at a
Nigga, I don't give a fuck. They should do a criminal check when you walk into Winners. You can't come outside no more and just hang out in regular society. You shoot people.
Caribbean Carnival event, and he pointed out that the city just hosted 6 World Cup games involving tens of thousands of people at a time without incident. He reinforced that police are working closely with the city and event organizers, saying that security plans are always being reviewed and that public safety is always a top priority. On St. Clair West, Shauna Hunt, City News, Toronto.
You guys shouldn't even be invited to the strip club. Fuck all of that shit. After hours only. If that's where you guys want to hang out, after hours only. How about that? You can't come to the regular parties with regular society, just in case you might end up shooting an innocent bystander because you got beef or you saw somebody that you got to get on site. Fuck your life. You don't give a shit about human life. You don't have no regards for human life, obviously. So then why the hell does every time when you knucklehead niggas see somebody that you got to shoot, somebody else got to get shot in the process? You know why? Because you keep on coming outside to events that got like 13,000 fucking people, or Caravana that got like 1 million fucking people, and you're like, oh, there he is. You know what? You know what solved there he is? Both of y'all staying home. You say, Trude, you trying to go to the after hours? You're like, no after hours neither, fam. Please. Trying to enjoy my drink. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in there sipping it, having to get out the way and shit. Like, come on, nigga. Holy. Just fucking up the party, bro. It's July. We still got a whole like Can we get to like August, September, man? Just cool and just easy and go through. Come on, bro. We don't need to. This is why I have that feeling like, yo, I don't want to know if I want to go to Carabana because y'all niggas make the shit tense. I feel like it's just cooled down not too long ago. Like, all right, cool. We can enjoy our city, the beautiful city that it is. All right, because on average, this shit don't be happening. But when it happens, it usually happens in our community. You know what fucked me up about this shit? And RIP to both of these gentlemen. All right, but you know what fucked me up about that shit? This is the Salsa on St. Clair. Bare people who are celebrating their Latin heritage, all different countries, you know what I mean? All Ecuadorians and friggin' Mexicans and friggin' Colombians, all these different people celebrating their heritage. Who gets shot? 2 black motherfuckers. What the fuck, bro? How did that make us look? Come on, fam. That's the first thing that as soon as I went on Reddit and because you know on Reddit they're gonna show the bodies on the ground. I was like, you know, these guys have their own beefs, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Latino gangs and Latin kings and all. They got all their own shit going on too. They ain't come there and shoot each other. Nah, bro. 2 niggas gotta fucking get into a gunfight at a Latin event. What the fuck? I'm not trying to victim blame, but that shit is freaking embarrassing. Thank you for the donation, Sheldon. He says, Chris Rock said that one of his comedy shows, grand opening, grand closing, when you always have a bunch of ninjas showing up at the event. It's not even ninjas, yes, not regular black people. When it comes to Chris Rock, because he's already did that bit too, good tax paying, come to the party, maybe even not even tax paying, but not no bullshit. We ain't shooting up shit kind of people come outside and everything good. When the niggas get into the place, oh shit, here come Ray Ray and them. Oh shit. Oh my God, it's friggin' 45 degrees outside and these motherfuckers is walking in full Nike tech suits. Oh shit. Latins can be black too. But guess what? It wasn't no Afro Latinos that were in no fucking gunfight over there. This is the problem. It just makes us look crazy. It's not like it was Pedro and some other wavy hair type nigga that was in a gunfight over there. It was 2 kinky hair black niggas in the fucking gunfight. For what? Go enjoy some Spanish backside at the fucking event. Shit irks me, bro. RIP to both of them gentlemen, but whoever came in there with some badness, right? Pablo, whoever else, like, come on, it wasn't none of them. Yo, it was on CNN, it was on freaking NBC, all these different places, bro. And when the smoke clear, who is it? 2 black men. Oh, you can't bring these niggas out nowhere. That be the sentiment later. It don't be like, oh shit. Oh, look, the Spanish people came and fucked up their own shit. No, niggas came to the party, fucked it up. One of the guys is Ecuadorian? Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm not saying it makes it any better, but like, what the fuck, bro? It just makes us look crazy. Anyhow, man, RIP to both of them gentlemen, bro. It just irks me, man. It irks me. It makes me have different feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling of somberness. Like these guys they can't even go outside no more. All right, that sucks for you. But at the same time, these are the choices that get made when you're in the gangs and all these different things. Guess what? Your outside privileges is done. And then what happens when you do go outside? You lose your life. Man, them probably have youths, gal them, all different things that they have to deal with. This fucked up, bro. So yeah, RIP to both of them gentlemen there. And listen, salute to anybody. Hold your head to any of the people who were injured at that event and have to deal with the trauma in the future from a gunshot that you probably weren't, like, you were never put in a situation that, oh, I lived that gangster life. No, you just went into an event. And now you got to deal with trauma and gunshot wounds. So salute to y'all. All right. We got a good crowd in here today. Salute to everybody in the chat right now, man. I gotta address something here. And there has been an elephant in the room. I have heard your cries. Well, not many, but I heard a couple of people in the chat, in the comments on other posts and stuff like that. People wanting me to address a post that has been floating around on social media. Now, how am I gonna address this in the most articulate way that I can without fucking up the place and fucking up anything for me and my peoples? So here's the thing. You guys have been seeing the podcast versus broadcast wars that have been going on. There's been a lot of back and forth. When the new radio host over at Flow 98.7 started, there was not a lot of people there, but there was people that were like kind of opposed to it. And they were like, yo, what the hell? And the shit went where, and listen, for the people who don't know, that host is Patricia Jagernoff as well as Specs the Boss, who are the morning show host over at Flow. And to me, that brought them into the whole nigga sphere, for lack of a better term. Okay, because then he started getting posted on social media. Podcasts started giving their opinions. Salute to Relentless Diaries. They've had a back and forth, or there was a back and forth between Zoe and them. And yeah, that's became a thing. And I think it might be over. But like I said, we'll see. Now, I did see a post that was floating around, and Keep Six Solid had posted it, but I had also seen it posted on the gentleman's page who posted it himself. Okay. The reason I myself am not going to bring it up here on the screen, like I will show you like basically Keep Six's page, but I'm not going to bring up the post itself. Okay. Let's do that. I don't know if she's suing Zoe, Ronnie. I think that might be a thing that might not happen anymore, but I'm not going to speak for anybody in this situation here. So I just feel like that back and forth might end up getting put to bed because more controversy started popping up, obviously. And like I said, I'm not going to be playing the post. Okay. Let me do some quick. All right, there we go. Bang. So salute to Keep Six Solid. They made a post about it, and a lot of people jumped into comments. Okay, this is the post right over here. Now I'm going to take that off of my screen. Bang. Okay. Reason being, the things that this gentleman is talking about, and if you guys want more details on the post, it's also been floating around on Reddit and a few other places. I will say his name, Underground Nation, he covered it as well on his Instagram page. Because he ain't got no YouTube page still. And yeah, it's been a touchy topic, and the reason I haven't covered it when it first started dropping, or even when I first got the information, because a lot of people behind the scenes had received this information as far as like different outlets. So also, I saw the Underground Nation video, and he was like, yes, I had this information from back in the day and from that time, but I just never said nothing. Guess what, homie? Yes, so did the rest of us. We all had it, okay? The reason why I'm treating this with kid gloves and walking on eggshells with it, so, a little bit, is because I feel that this is a legal matter. This is something, and it's a family matter. So to me, it's not something for internet fodder for us to, jump around on all of the podcasts and get into a whole reviewing and dissecting about it. And you know why I know I'm right about this? Because when I go through the thumbnails on the different pods that are out there, and y'all know who I'm talking about, other pods that go live as well, ain't nobody touched that shit. Nobody's trying to touch that shit. Because it's not like everybody's worried about, oh, we're going to get a lawsuit from her or whatever. No, I think everybody is smart enough to realize that this is a little bit more deeper than some keying and some likes and some and shares on the gram or on YouTube. Not everybody, because obviously my youth ran for it. Let me get that right away. Right? But yeah, it's a lot of comments, fam. I feel that that's something that maybe they need to figure out on their own. I've also received more information behind the scenes that I'm not going to reveal here, but information that shows that this might be something that is not a nothing burger, but will probably resolve itself behind the scenes without any of us having to get in the middle of it and give our opinions on it. So this is why I haven't addressed it yet. Okay. I'm not going to ever run away for any topics. I'm just reading the topics, the comments over here while you guys are, while I'm giving my thoughts on this. I'm loyal to you guys, the audience, okay? So I'm never going to run away from a topic. However, I'm always going to make sure when I'm doing these topics, and I've made these mistakes in the past, so I'm not trying to make them again. When you run into these topics and you're like, okay, so this is what's going on, that. Just because the audience, they have that that appetite for blood, like, yo, I see some drama floating in the water. What you going to say about it Friday? Yeah, sometimes it's not always best to be first to something. You feel me? Can I get a witness over there, gang? Am I tripping when it comes to that? Or should I jump into the mud? I'm not asking you guys as a poll. I'm asking you rhetorically, right? But I will show you guys something that did spark off of this. Yeah, salute to Randy. Thank you. I listen. I could have did emergency live last night when the story first popped off, but I'm like, maybe not the best idea. Not the best idea. Let's go over to the We Love Hip Hop Reddits. Let's go to the Reddits. Because after my youth jumped onto the matter, there is always some drama that's around the shit, right? We're gonna get to that post in a second. So, Underground Ute or Underground Nation, I'll call his name here. Underground Nation deletes comment about boxing female pod host Zoe and gets called out ASAP. So I didn't actually get to see the comment because the comment got deleted. But apparently, when he was covering this story that I just gave you guys whatever details that I could have, when he was doing his coverage of it, she had said something in the comments, and he responded in some kind of way. Maybe a threat was made. I don't know, fam. And Zoe was not having it, like, at all. Jumped on that shit with the quickness. Says, now everybody wants to post and delete Underground Nation clips. You are so quick to say you want to box a woman, right? At GTV Network, at Official VTV. Tell your friend we all saw it. Violently threatening women. Oh my God. Tell him stand on his views so that we can lock all of y'all up. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then they responded. And then she said, I don't know why and this is, I guess, on her comments, or is this on Twitter? I think this might be on Twitter. Okay. Yeah, it is on Twitter. Right there. Boom. So I don't know why men in Toronto are so comfortable thinking that they can threaten women publicly at GTV Network. I suggest you get your co-host in line. Hold on. And then GTV responded, quick disclaimer, the views and opinions expressed by this individual featured or discussed on our platforms belong solely to them and do not reflect the stance of our show. We do not condone threats or violence under any circumstances. We still love you, sis. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. So he said something. He jumped on his mic. He said, I'm sorry, I apologize. So here's his apology. Listen, listen, before I play his apology. This is why I don't feel bad. I don't be feeling bad. Y'all see me go crazy a few months ago, and I was like, this guy is a waste sheet, he's a box tee, Friday, yo, you're crazy. You don't know what you chop about. Yo, why are you bullying up the youth, them? Hang. Listen, fam. I just call it how I see it.
What I said was completely wrong, and from the bottom of my heart, I apologize, Zoe.
And from YN to YN, we can box, alright? Hey Zoe, I just want to publicly apologize to you. When I meant boxing, I meant to trade shots and commentary at each other.
Say that again, my nigga.
I meant to trade shots and commentary at each other, not actually get in the ring. Also, I want to apologize for my previous commentary. We know it was not necessary, especially in the other situation. I really admire you, and I think you are one hell of a woman.
What do y'all think, gang? Can we get a 1 in the chat if y'all are fucking with this apology? 2 in the chat if it's poppycock. Y'all want to hear it again?
What I said was completely wrong, and from the bottom of my heart, I apologize, Zoe.
And from YN to YN, we can box, alright? Hey Zoe, I just want to publicly apologize to you. When I meant boxing, I meant to trade shots and
Is that what he said?
What I said was completely wrong, and from the bottom of my heart, I apologize, Zoe.
And from YN to YN, we can box, alright?
He had a smile on his face. Maybe he was talking about boxing a war of words. Maybe that's what he was talking about. Right? Let's hear it. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Hey Zoe.
Bottom of my heart. What I said was completely wrong, and from the bottom of my heart, I apologize, Zoe.
And from YN to YN, we can box, alright? Hey Zoe, I just want to publicly apologize to you. When I meant boxing, I meant to trade shots and commentary at each other, not actually get in the ring. Also, I want to apologize for my previous commentary. We know it was not necessary, especially in the other situation. I really admire you, and I think you are one hell of a woman.
This guy. Hey, man. I seen you in that Hello You Seen video the other day. You're doing good, brother. I fuck with it, man. Keep doing your thing, brother. Keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Okay? Just you have to watch shit like this, brother. That's kind of crazy.
Zoe.
And from YN to YN, we can box, alright? Hey Zoe, I just want to publicly apologize.
Okay? You just gotta watch stuff like this. No. He didn't get packed up. Like, here's the thing with our city, and we'll end this segment over here, okay? And salute to PJ, and salute to everybody who's involved in this case, right? Here's the thing with this. Our city is a purveyor, not the city itself, but the subset that the We Love Hip Hop podcast represents or network represents to a degree. And, you know, the different people who know about the ina, the pasa, they're purveyors of low vibrations and fuckery. All right. And this is me as somebody who loves the fuckery. All right. But to the point where, like, they live it in their real life. Like, it's cool. Like, don't worry. Like, yo, I box this thing and fuck this gal. She's a telly thing. And, you know, just no respect for like people in general. No respect for content creators and doing the due diligence to not steal and all those different types of things that people with integrity do. You feel me? Like, it's hard for mans to learn when your OGs are not really teaching you and then just facilitating the fuckery. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, this nigga lost his channel because he's a box thief. He just probably thiefed mad content. And as somebody who used to thief content back in the days when I just didn't know the YouTube rules and I lost my old channel, I understand how it goes. But I didn't know the rules. I was just on some Wild Wild West 2000 and freaking 12 shit. Like, oh, I could just upload shit? Oh, cool. This nigga knows the rule, breaks them anyway, lost his channel. But then here's the thing. These niggas facilitate him, so when it's time for him to do his reactions in his crib, just like how I'm doing now, they put him on their channel. And you can do it over there, and, you know, we're going to just let you keep on running around in this industry over here, purveying fuckery to the people, or not even purveying fuckery, because I'm not even going to say that. I love me some fuckery, all right? But just being a disingenuous, quote unquote, journalist. All right, it's fine. His OGs are teaching him well.
Just you. When I meant boxing, I meant to throw shots and commentary at each other, not actually get in the ring. Also, I want to apologize for my previous commentary. We know it was not necessary.
Probably had to chups his mouth like 10 times, like when these niggas told him, like, yo, bro, you need to go apologize before you make our network look crazy. Please, go apologize, please. Fuck, for what, man? All right. I'll do it. Sure, guys.
Especially in the other situation. I really admire you, and I think you're one hell of a woman.
When you do that at the end, I think you're one hell of a woman. Bro, we know you are fucking nut. Well, I'm not even going to say you're lying. You're just unserious, my youth. All right? You're just unserious. So then why the fuck should anybody take you seriously, my nigga? Don't worry, you can go see him over there on the other guy's channels because they facilitate his fuckery. So when he goes and drags them down like he drags this channel down, he'll drag all of them down in the process with him. All right? Enjoy. I feel good, man. I feel good. I think I'm going to move on, though. I want to get into this quick Drake story, all right? Salute to all the Drake haters out there and the Drake glazers. We were, podding, doing what we do, just chopping it up, talking shit. And we were saying, salute to DJ Natural Wave. I was kind of challenging him on something where he was like, yo, Kendrick Lamar, I thought, he was going to make the party die or some kind of fucking shit, man. So I said, yo, nah, bro. Let me pull up the post. I'll pull up the conversation and I'll show you what happened. It's right here. See, I said he tried to make the party die, but the party is alive and well. Let's go.
So Kendrick is done, right? We don't really care about Kendrick and Drake no more.
No, we established that he was just one of Jay-Z's pawns. Maybe he was not a pawn. He could have been like a rook or a knight or something, but he wasn't the main guy.
And okay, we'll get to the Jay-Z freestyle, but when I went out last night, I got in the Uber. It was like a middle-aged, like Arab, I don't know what he was.
Yeah.
But he was bumping that new Drake. When I got to the club, they're bumping pure Drake. And I was just like, I just had to take a moment. I just had to I was like, yo, like, the man actually reestablished the order in hip hop as it was. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did think like when Kendrick dropped, watch the party die.
The order.
I thought there was gonna be a shift in hip hop. I thought shit was going to change.
You thought the party was gonna die?
I did. I'm not gonna lie.
But that doesn't do good for you as a DJ.
A reset can be horrible, you know? Like, we went through a reset during COVID.
Nah, fam. That was a delusional thought, fam. No diss to you and any of the Kendrick fans, but like, as a DJ, you want people to shake their ass, you know, forget about their week. This is what the club is there for. Why do you want to go to the club and sit there and think about shit?
But okay, respectfully, a lot of the music that is still going on in the clubs is the 2000s set. Is the 90s set. And like, yes, a lot of it.
I know, right? OVO Raptors jersey, fake. And Noctis hat. Just the OVO Glaze podcast sitting over in there, that freaking podcast studio. Just like glazing. Fuck's wrong with y'all niggas, bro? Have some respect.
It's shaking ass music, but like, you could run Lauryn Hill and it's going up.
Which Lauryn Hill?
Girls, you know you better. What? That will go crazy. The girl them are singing and all that shit, you know. You run a Fantasia when I see you, you know.
Okay.
If you run the new R&B, like, it's a Kalani Folded that's getting it done, you know. Like, a lot of the new super degenerate shit, like, it's so Minute Maid and so like McDonald's made.
Yeah.
It's not hitting the same as like the booty rump shaking as back in the day. You know?
Yeah, but you just said the operative word, the booty rump shaking from back in the days, including Rump Shaker. You can still play that today. But Rump Shakers, shake baby, bake, 1, 2, 3, shake baby. Oh, we want the Rump Shaker. It's like there's no value or knowledge in the song. It's just good, fun music.
So why do you think the booty shaking music of today is not sticking?
Because the music is not as good. Like, they don't make, they don't care about a bridge or even like the beat being in real marriage with the song itself. The call and response is barely there. Like, they don't really care like that.
So that's why I feel like
we ain't gonna act like lean with it, rock with it with some deep shit, right? And you don't. Do I have to do another one in the chat? Come on, gang. One in the chat if you like lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. Like, now in hindsight, okay, do I have to add stipulations to the shit? But come on, fam. That wasn't no deep shit, fam. I walk it out. I walk it out. I walk it out. That wasn't deep. Niggas is grinding behind a ting in the club. Oh, I walk it out. I walk it out. Whatever. Did you want him to stop and be like, let me tell you about something deep that you didn't realize, brother? No, shut the fuck up and repeat the sentence a few times, nigga. I'm trying to party. I'm trying to catch a ting, brethren.
A grand reset would have been good so we could get rid of a lot of the bullshit and like, yo, there are mad lyrical niggas that could make good party tracks. So Kendrick is done. Like, wait, we don't really care about Kendrick.
Right, and holy shit, there's a lot of likes in there. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Where am there? Salute to What's the Dirt. That's my guy. Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Am I tripping? Whack always was whack. Of course, it was whack shit, but we still had fun. And to be honest, it was better. It was better quality whack shit than now. But it was still whack. Like Soulja Boy, whatever. That's that tune there. Am I tripping? This nigga didn't like the fucking poster. What? This nigga right there. I can see his friggin' face right there. Pause. Liked by DJs, nigga. Right there. Right there. Right? Maybe just Instagram's fucking with me right now. But yeah, Drake liked the post for some reason. I don't know why. And next thing you know, and the thing is, I didn't even know. I really didn't even know. I found out from Twitter because I just started getting mad notifications. And even if you go back into the comments over here, people are like, yo, 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 yo. Drake literally sees everything he liked, laugh out loud. Apparently, this shit popped on my feed because Drake liked. This guy, like, when he likes a freaking poster, that shit moves around. Maybe not a pawn. He could have been a knight or a rook. Yeah, I said that. What the fuck is this long-ass comment? Women love Drake. He's a pop star, so of course you would get in the club. But those albums in the collective of hip hop fans, those things are gone. I don't care how popular he gets, one or two of those songs in the club. His music, those albums are done and gone. No one cares. 3 albums already out of rotation and people's consciousness. Who the fuck is this? Like, I literally seen Ice Spice doing the Shebang Challenge today. And I'm a Drake fan. Are you? Are you sure? He is really good and makes good music, good sounding music. Drake's music is drinking Coke when you make a really when you are really thirsty. It's good, but 30 minutes from now, you'll be more thirsty. Oh shit. Who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? Account private. It doesn't quench your thirst, but he's number 1 right now, extremely successful, but there's still that but. I want him to find that musically, but it's been 17 years, probably won't happen. What do you guys want from Drake at this point? Y'all want this nigga to do some really deep, introspective, let me talk about the nature of the world, let me get into my thoughts on Palestine, let me get into my thoughts on the city and the gun violence that are happening, like full tunes. Like, do y'all niggas want Drake to turn into KRS-One? Like, for real, for real. Or do you want him to, like, because, like, I feel like we listen to different people for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I go to Kendrick Lamar so I can hear about the struggle and the Black experience and all these different types of things. You know what I'm saying? And life in Compton and all that. Whatever that he gives me in that music, cool. Same thing with Cole. I go to Cole for food for thought and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same reasons I go to Kendrick for, but not as deep. And then I go to Drake for the party shit. And, you know, the introspection that I do get from Drake records are more like being that guy and having to be able to hold that spot of being somebody who's emerged from our city as a top guy. Is it that deep? Nah, not really. Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I'm good. If he started to get on some KRS Aubrey shit, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing right now, my nigga? For a whole album? 3, 4, 5 songs? What are we doing, nigga? Like, if he did, that people would call it boring. Yes. They say, oh, and you scared. Oh, you drying up the pussies. Oh, Drake's having a midlife crisis, and now he's drying up the pum-pums with the new songs. Like, holy shit, man. And listen, it went everywhere. Like, Twitter. What the hell is this? Yo. These guys are having a freaking party over here in the comments. So this guy posted this Apox. Drake just liked an IG clip stating that Kendrick was just like Jay-Z's pawn the entire time. Right? And he credited us. Thank you. And I posted it myself. I didn't realize that this post had that much levity. Is that nigga really was he really a pawn? Like I said it, I believe what I'm saying, but like the way that nigga's like, yes, bullseye, got him. Oh, that's a Toronto man? Okay, thank you, Carol. Pathetic. He had beef with Kendrick for years. Funny enough, Jay-Z almost dissed Kendrick over Control. The same thing Drake's been upset about this all these years. I'm not even gonna read this loser's comment. This guy just lives to hate. And funny enough, it hit the R Drizzy page, the official Drake Glaze page. Bang. Bruh, walk one. Was it that hot of a take? Been like a rook or a knight or something, but he wasn't the main guy.
And okay, we'll get to the Jay-Z freestyle, but when I went out last night, I got in the Uber. It was like a middle-aged, like, Arab. I don't know what he was.
Yeah.
But he was bumping that new Drake. When I got to the club, they're bumping pure Drake. And I was just like, I just had to take a moment.
Let me read this over here. Damn, it must really hurt Kendrick on the inside to know that he went from the golden boy to who nobody could ever say anything bad about to now actually consistently experiencing criticism. His diss tracks against Drake are now the only thing most people associate with him, and he aged horribly. And if all that wasn't bad enough, he just considered an underlying doing of dirty work of some other's people. Damn, way to ruin your own legacy. Is his legacy ruined? That's a wild statement. You got 49 upvotes for that statement too. Ruined? I don't know about that, but yeah, he did look kind of crazy. I was kind of just thinking about it in hindsight. You know what I'm saying? Not to get into a Drake Kendrick thing, because like I said, the battle isn't between Drake and Kendrick. Even though we saw a battle between Drake and Kendrick. The reason I believe this is because of all of the different things that had to take place for Kendrick. You guys are going to fucking go crazy. The K-barbs. All the different things that had to align and take place for Kendrick to be able to win this battle. All right. One, the signing or the leaving from Top Dog Entertainment. He left Top Dog Entertainment, signed a short deal with Universal just in time for the battle, just in time to jump on to the Future and Metro Boomin track to diss Drake and start the whole the onslaught. Right? Cool. That's piece one that I see of the whole thing, because it was like that wouldn't have happened. If that didn't happen first, we wouldn't have got the track. He probably would have held off of really going on the onslaught and naming the man's name on a track. All right. I don't have all my ducks in a row yet. I don't got my new label deal signed up yet. You know, we ain't going to make the PG Lang chain until the ink is dry. Cool. Then you have the leeway, or sorry, the runway of Future and Metro Boomin, who already had an album that was buzzing like, oh, Future and Metro Boomin are dropping another album based on past results, that shit is fire. Cool. So then that's where we're going to start doing our attack. Another prop up. Not to say I'm not trying to take anything away from Kendrick Lamar himself and his accolades and what he's been able to do as an artist, but a lot of that shit is a lot of propping up. Let's be real, including like, being the Grammy darling. That Kendrick just opened his mouth, somebody handed him a Grammy right now. That shit isn't just because he won the Grammys this year. It's because he's been always winning fucking Grammys for just saying, yo, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got an album out that, my first album, Mad Years. Oh my God, that's the most most thought-provoking piece of art. We're not even going to call it music. It's art. Okay? We'd be downgrading it to be calling it music. Kendrick Lamar is here. Give him 100 Grammys. More propping up. You feel me? So to me, that don't look like on a chessboard, usually the queen is the most powerful piece, but like, or the king, I guess, is the one that needs to be protected. That don't look like king shit. That looks like, yo, I'm just one of the pieces on the board, and I need other people to move me around. Y'all don't call me a hater later on, like, oh my God, this is just because you're fucking Canadian. Something sounds kind of Canadian. I'm just saying, in hindsight, when I look at the whole play, everything was don't worry, we got you, Kendrick. We got your back in this mission. Right? I can't believe Kendrick even values a Grammy after the list or the loss. I guess you wanted to say to Macklemore. Listen, bro, that's part of the whole plan. Don't worry about it. He wasn't even tripping. I got you next year. They gave him a little dap. We got you next year, brother. Don't worry, okay? They gave him a, hey, brother, we got you next year. Don't worry. Right? Then what happened? You dropped a bunch of tracks strategically. Bing, 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 bing. And I'm not even going to say that, he lost the battle in all reality, da-da-da. The songs were fire, 616 in LA, Euphoria, all that shit, dope. Cool. But the label help you push this shit. Let's whitelist all of these different things. Bing, 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 bing. So let's make sure that everybody can get the reactions to it. I'm not going to speak on like you knowing the timing of Drake's tracks and when he's going to drop what and all that type of shit. That's probably good timing on y'all. It's like the Police, okay? And I'm not trying to compare you to the Police there, brother, but it's kind of like the Police, all right? Yes, the Police depend on a lot of snitching. They depend on a lot of tips, confidential informants and stuff like that. But every once in a while, they do some police work to be able to solve a case. So if you were able to figure out, okay, man's going to drop this song here and he's going to drop around this time, and then I'm going to make sure I have about... Nigga, you've been preparing for this shit your whole life. You wrote 100 songs waiting for this nigga. You just was waiting for the label to push the fucking button. And I'm not talking about the label, the PG Lang label. I'm talking about all of the powers that be that work behind Universal and Rock Nation. Hold the fuck on. So they're not like us drops. The song is in a fucking lawsuit. But it's not because, oh my God, and listen, I've said this before, so you guys can call me, flip-flop Rick or whatever. Yo, Drake, why you suing this nigga over a song? We've established over at this point now, it's not over a song. It was about the nefarious pushing of said song and bots that we found out were coming from India and all these different places. Like, fam, what the fuck? Can you do something by yourself, my nigga? Holy shit. They call this nigga, yo, this nigga got 100 ghostwriters. All right, even if that shit was true, which it ain't, he might have 100 ghostwriters. You sit in the room, let's say, and you write all that shit by yourself, and then you have 100 motherfuckers pushing your shit to push your narrative that are working at the top. So what the fuck's the difference? Come on. That nigga was a pawn. I'm sorry. They try to make us look crazy for the last 2 years. Like, yo, you guys, maybe it's because, you're a goat or whatever. They try to put the shit on me, fam. Ain't none of them niggas my goat, fam. My goat's like Black Thought and niggas like that. I'm cool. But for real is facts and real is real. You feel me? I'm not, listen, fam. Am I yelling? I'm just saying, fam. They just make. I'm passionate about it. You know why, fam? They made me feel crazy, gaslit the shit out of me. Well, it's because your guy's a culture vulture and he doesn't really have integrity. That's why we needed a shift in the culture of hip hop so that, we can make sure that real music and real integrity lives. Not all that low vibration shit that you guys. What are you talking about? You guys make booty shake music too. The gaslit is so crazy. Oh my God, let the party die. And then next thing you know, the nigga jumps on a fucking song with freaking Playboy Cardi. But you guys let the party die, not us. You guys. I hate that thing. Quick, fast, and then I'm gonna get off this segment. Can I just listen to the song one more time? It's whitelisted, right? Yo, Top Dog. Yo, get Top Dog on the phone. Can I get a whitelist, my nigga? What's the name of the song? They never even found a name for this shit. Let's find this shit. I'm probably gonna get a big old copyright for this shit. Right? Because you're there for the culture. What about now? Let's see. Which one am I gonna use? Let's use this one here. I'm not mad at the message. That message right there, yeah, get rid of the killers and all that. Good. With these Hold on, let me go back over here. I'm saying here, why argue with these guys? And listen, this is the first time I'm actually breaking this song down. He's like, why argue with the circus and why even get into anything with these low vibrational motherfuckers? The easiest way to do it. If the circus is well at work, just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. Walk that man down and it'll do everyone a solid, right? Just get rid of this guy and everybody will be cool. Are we sure? And then do what? You be replaced with you? With this, go sit in the club and fucking think for like the next 3 hours, nigga? No, bro. As somebody who used to drink, I don't want to sit there and think about shit for the next 3 hours, nigga. I just want to gyrate on some ass. The fuck? I'm not mad at the message. Right? Sounds like he's talking about salsa. I'm not, the thing is, it's not even a bad message, but I'm like, are you talking about these? I think it was the audience who made the people think he's talking about the party dying. Huh? The man who never did what because he wanna what? Take the what and left the what? Said, huh? Y'all believe in that right now? In hindsight? Never dick ride because I want a favor. I'm gonna put that on my list for later, fam. I'm gonna go find a pen and I'm gonna write that down for later. I don't even know if I can do the whole thing, fam. I'm trying, gang. I'm trying to do this like I don't know if I can do the whole thing. The song's like 5 minutes, fam. I'm not saying I got a short attention span. Like I do 4-hour live streams, so that's obviously not the case. I just don't know if I could do 5 minutes of this song, fam. Like I'm trying to stay awake, my nigga. Can we do 30 more seconds and then please. Is there anything important in there that I need to get to, like a bombshell? Like we'll do 30 more. Yeah. Did the party die? Hold on. The Kendrick fans are out. Say, why are you listening to it? I just wanted to hear if I missed anything, fam. When there's no real content to produce, just stretch same old news. I got new shit to get to. All right. I just seen Drake like the comment. He said that, we said that the man is a pawn. This is supposed to be a goat. This is supposed to be the one who's taking over shit. So I'm just feeling like in hindsight, and I guess hindsight is 2020, maybe we kind of overinflated 2024. Maybe, okay? Just maybe. I'll leave it alone, all right? I ain't going to beat a dead horse. I'll leave it alone. Let me see what y'all are saying. Was K-Dot just a pawn in the grand scheme of things? 54% of y'all are saying yes, and 46% of y'all are saying no. So it's a pretty close poll over here. So salute to K-Dot. I wanted to get into this Ebro clip that's been floating around because I seen that him and Rosenberg were like having a heated argument on their show, the Ebro Laura and Rosenberg show. Okay, I'll pull up the clip. The initial clip here that I seen floating around on Twitter, and then we can get into maybe some of the reasons why this might be happening here. So,
who has the
salute to Danny from the stop? Says Ebro and Peter Rosenberg called each other bitches and hoes after Peter questions Ebro's Rock Nation ties. Ooh.
Money.
And not always, unless you find some cool
Find
people
some
that you
people
do
with
wanna
money
invest
that you
in.
like.
But,
I don't know.
Because
You're
how about
you're
this? That's why I said you don't have money to invest because you're not actively doing it.
But that's
not a slight.
It
That's
feels
you.
like a
You wouldn't be having this convo with me if you had money to invest. You would have been made phone calls, or you would have been hanging out with people that
why
you
do you
like.
not realize?
Because it makes it sound like Rosenberg's broke.
Yeah,
like,
you sound like a dick. Shut the fuck up.
No, you sound like a dick.
No, you don't.
No, you sound like an
realize
asshole.
the words you use.
No, you're
saying
like an
I don't
asshole
have money.
because
Bitch, shut the fuck
no,
up.
you're a bitch.
No,
you're a
I'm
hoe.
not.
You know why? Let me tell you why you're a hoe.
being an
Let me tell you why you're a
You use
hoe.
language.
Let me tell you
No,
why
you're
you're
not
a
gonna
hoe.
keep you-
Let me tell you why you're a hoe.
Because
you just called me a bitch for no reason.
No.
You better watch out that he don't jump across the table at Rosenberg.
It is for a reason.
No, it's not. It's because you're being a hoe because you don't know how to invest.
That's different.
You don't
so
know.
then say that. I listened to you about
Because
shit
you don't
like
have
that.
money to invest.
Yo, my man, what's wrong with you? We keep going
You
over
don't.
this. You keep saying the same
You
thing.
don't.
But you don't know that. Stop.
And I'm going to keep calling you a bitch.
Stop.
If you keep saying that.
Listen, man.
Bro, stop.
Listen. If
Stop
you had money
saying
to
that.
invest, if you had money to invest,
Stop saying
you wouldn't
that.
be talking like you're talking right now.
No, it's because I don't understand the disrespect repeatedly, bro.
Because
and you're
you
wrong.
sound nuts.
That I said I don't know people.
No, you
I don't
said
know I don't know.
This nigga said small hats don't fight. Oh, fuck you, ain't shit, nigga. That's a crazy comment.
Know this crowd.
No,
you're like, well, you don't have money.
Crowd? There is no crowd. There's people that have money and you talk to them. That's it.
Both of you guys sound like dicks. Just stop.
But you just don't understand
Let's
when
go,
you
Laura.
say things that are incredibly slighting. How do you not know that? It's like the Drake thing over and over again. You say shit and you go, why? I didn't. Bro, I'm not.
Hold on. I need to go and see this full. Because I seen somebody in the comments said that these guys are just trying to drum up drama. They might be. Y'all think they're faking it? Y'all think they're just trying to run up the timeline like, yo, they arguing. Let's see here. Because look how they titled it. And this is why you don't talk money in the workplace. Full show. They have an A/B tester going on right now. All right, because when I seen it, the title earlier, it was like, how did they word it? Discussion becomes major argument. Full episode or full show. And I was like, okay. This might be a little bit of a clickbait thing.
People, and that's not being covered.
No.
So this might just be a cover for the removal of people from southern Lebanon and what's happening in Gaza.
No salads,
down on
no
Strawberries?
raspberries.
You have teams. After that, you're like, all right, on to the next.
The irony is, this man is on the line with them, trying to give them information. Do it.
Don't have money to invest.
Okay, here it is. I always need to go a little bit before and a little bit after.
I know. I'm telling you, no.
I think let's go back a little bit. It's about here. They probably started here.
Person, and depending on what your scruples are.
I think the whole thing's silly because what is happening that's that like.
Well, in that scenario,
what's that important that Charlemagne can't comment cleanly on Rock Nation? Like, this isn't about,
This is where the argument actually started. These guys arguing about the Charlemagne versus academics debate and whether Charlemagne actually works for Rock Nation and if he should have disclosed anything about the casino and stuff like that. This is literally where these guys started before they started calling each other bitches and hoes.
People wouldn't view it that way.
Right.
I'm just saying that's not necessarily true if you are somebody that makes investments.
Sure, I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But it also could be compromising.
It could be, depending on the person and depending on what your scruples are.
I think the whole thing's silly because what is happening that's that like.
Well, in that scenario,
what's that important that Charlemagne can't comment cleanly on Rock Nation? Like, this isn't about foreign governments. Like, so what? What's the big compromise?
And for that matter, right? If it's a legitimate investment. If
Let's
I make
see how
a
this
legitimate
evolves.
investment in something, I put my money up, and there's documents signed on. I say what the fuck I want to say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my money. I can say what the fuck I want to say. It's my
it's crazy. You just threw out you don't have money to invest in me. That was wild. Out of nowhere. You're like, you don't even have anything to invest in anything.
Well, because I haven't seen you invest in anything. So I didn't know if that's what you're doing with your money.
But that's still a crazy thing to throw at someone.
No, it's not.
I mean, I know. I'm telling you, no one in that world. You're a cool guy club in the industry, bro. I've never been in it.
Make a phone call.
I'll be honest. Part of me wants to be, and part of me is like, I don't like that crowd.
Well, then you got to make a decision. If you want to make investments with people making money, you got to make some relationships.
I think
so do you have money to invest or not? Because if you did, you would make a phone call and be like, yo, what are you guys working on?
You did it again. No.
Calling him a broke boy.
That's two separate things. There's having money to invest, and then there's, am I good? Either A, do I want to play those games with people, and am I good at playing those games with people? I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I don't think I think I'm judgmental, and I can be like, I don't want to be a part of that crowd. You suck it up and hang around people you don't like to do those things. I don't think I can. I already have to
already do it.
I already have to do it, but I already
do it. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but I can't do it
you
more.
You do it for work. You do it for...
It's where he said, you suck it up. Yes, he means suck it up like in the term, like, yeah, suck it up, buttercup. Like, he doesn't mean like, SMD or sucking dick type shit, but like it could kind of be interpreted like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I can. I don't think I'm particularly good at it. I don't think I'm I think I'm judgmental, and I can be like, I don't want to be a part of that crowd. You suck it up and hang around people you don't like to do those things. I don't think I can. I already have to.
Already do it.
I already have to do it, but I already.
You already do it. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but I can't do it.
You
more.
do it for work. You do it to hang out with wrestlers. You do it to do sports. You do it all day, anyways. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know.
You're just talking.
Do I have to do more of it though?
If you want to make some money,
talking.
What the fuck,
You
man?
do have to choose where you want to
Yeah,
go.
but you have to do it always with people that you don't fuck with.
Who has the money?
And not always, unless you find some cool
Find some
that you
people
do
with
wanna
money
invest
that you
in.
like.
But,
I don't know.
Because
You're
how about this?
right.
That's why I said you don't have money to invest because you're not actively doing it.
But that's
not a slight. That's
feels
you.
like
You wouldn't be having this convo with me if you had money to invest. You would have been made phone calls, or you would have been hanging out with people that
why
you
do you
like.
not realize?
Because it makes it sound like Rosenberg's broke.
Yeah,
like,
bro, you sound like a dick. Shut the fuck up.
No, you sound like a dick.
No, you don't.
No, you sound like an
realize
asshole.
the words you use.
No, you're
saying
sound like
I
an
don't
asshole.
have money.
Because
Bitch, shut the fuck
no,
up.
you're a bitch.
No,
you're a
I'm
hoe.
not.
You know why? Let me
See, I don't know if this is real. I think they're hoodwinking us, bro. Look at the smile.
I don't know. Tell you why you're a
being
hoe.
an
Let me
asshole.
tell you why you're a hoe. Let me tell you why you're a hoe. Let me tell you why you're a hoe. Because you just called me a bitch for no reason.
No, it is for a reason.
No, it's not. It's because you're being a hoe because you don't know how to invest.
That's different.
You don't
so
know.
then say that. I listened to you about
because
shit
you
like
don't
that.
have money to invest.
Yo, my man, what's wrong with you? We keep going
You
over
don't.
this. You keep saying the same
You
thing.
don't.
But you don't know that. Stop.
And I'm gonna keep calling you a bitch if you
Stop.
keep saying that.
Oh
Listen,
my
man.
Bro,
God.
stop.
Listen. If
Stop
you had money
saying
to
that.
invest, if you had money to invest,
Stop saying
you wouldn't
that.
be talking like you're talking right now.
No, it's because I don't understand the disrespect repeatedly, bro.
Because
you
wrong. Sound nuts.
That I said I don't know people.
No, you said
I don't know this crowd.
No,
You're like, well, you don't have
what
money.
Crowd? There is no crowd. There's people that have money and you talk to them. That's it.
Both of you guys sound like dicks.
You
just stop.
But you just don't understand when you say things that are incredibly slighting. How do you not know that? It's like the Drake thing over and over again. You say shit and you go, why? I didn't. Bro, I'm not mad at you. You just kept saying, all I said was the Rock Nation thing. I don't understand it. I don't know people like that. And you go, well, it's because you don't have money to invest. How in hip hop? How would that sound?
Because if you had money to invest, you would talk to people and say, hey, I got some money to invest. Who do you know that is something?
Rupert VVV says Ebro is kind of mean, not gonna lie. I don't think he's so mean, but people say I'm mean. So who knows? His delivery is kind of harsh. It's an acquired taste, I guess. Pause.
Going on that would be interesting.
And bro,
because you already are around people that do this. That's the point.
But you keep saying it wrong intentionally.
Yeah,
Why
I
do you
think
not know?
You just keep telling him.
And I'm sorry I called you a bitch.
It's me trying to invest. It's mean.
It's me, and it's me trying to, and I'm being now mean back to you because you're being an asshole. I don't think you're a bitch, but you.
They'll be cool. Now they're backing down. Yo, I'm sorry I called you a bitch, bro. Yo, let's hug it out.
You're doing is bitchy. Bro, I have money. I invested in boring places like Edward Jones. I don't call you and your friends. I don't know them. I don't know those people. They never treated me like that. That's it. You keep saying if you had money. No, I have money. I give it to random boring firms and I invested in little things. I wasn't raised to like, you have always had a DNA of.
I watched a video from Flacco earlier and salute the Poetic Flacco. He covered this and he was like, yo, Rosenberg needs to prove that he got money, because if Ebro is ever in any way able to sun him in this little argument or debate or whatever you want to call it that they're having, academics is going to just use this as food, as blood in the water. Then we call you Rosen Dweeb and Brokey, and then he say something about his ex-wife. Like Ack was going crazy. So right now Rosenberg is debating for his life. Like, I ain't broke, nigga, what? He didn't say nigga, but like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I ain't broke. What you mean by that?
Little things. Know them. I don't know the places like Edward Jones.
Turning red.
I don't call you and your friends. I don't know them. I don't know those people. They never treated me like that. That's it. You keep saying if you had money. No, I have money. I give it to random boring firms and I invested in little things. I wasn't raised to like, you have always had a DNA of, yo, there's an opportunity, but I wasn't raised like that. I don't have that in me. My parents literally sat on a bank account, and that's what I thought you do. Like, you just stack money under a pillow, and that's what you do. I did not know. So then you keep flipping it and saying, if you had money to invest, you don't understand why that's slighting?
No.
Ebro, stop.
You're willfully a dick.
Now you're being a dick on purpose.
No.
And you call me a hoe, which I think is beyond bitch.
No, it's not. You're being a hoe and a bitch. And a pussy.
Oh, shit. At first, I was like, maybe they're just playing. They're playing it up for the camera. But the more I watch this, Ebro's just an asshole. Because this nigga trying to back down. Like, all right, I'm sorry I called you a bitch, bro. But you guys, you just don't understand. This nigga's like, that's why you are a hoe. You're a bitch and a pussy. This guy's just an asshole.
Beyond bitch.
No, it's not. You're being a hoe and a bitch.
No,
and a pussy about it.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
You are.
Everyone's telling you you're wrong. You're playing the role of me right now. You're being told by the people around you you're being a dick, and now you're being defensive and wrong.
No, I'm not even defensive. I disagree. That's not defensive. I fucking disagree.
Okay, but you can disagree, but you don't have to be mean about it. Like
Saying the words you don't have the money to invest is not the same as saying you don't make the phone calls and do the things.
What up, pretty problem?
And I'm telling you, you're right. That's a shortcoming. But I'm not going to sit here in a hip hop space where literally these assholes grade us by how much money we make and have my friend and partner say, you don't have shit. Why would that be okay?
I never said you don't have shit. I said you didn't have money to invest.
I know, but you
listen.
Oh, then maybe I don't understand the words you're saying. But if I don't understand it, what do you think they do?
Well, because when you have money to invest, that means you've actively set aside money to invest. That's like literally what it's for. It's not like a savings account where it's like literally I might lose this.
He's about to son him crazy.
It's money.
Right.
I'm not putting this in because I think
it's money that can be placed somewhere that could be risked and gone. Okay.
Calling a firm, a professional firm, and making an investment, that's more like a savings situation. That's more guaranteed.
It's safe.
It's safe.
It's safe.
Yeah.
Money to invest, you may not get back.
Yeah, but the difference of having it or not having it is just if you have the balls to, like, I'm down to risk
because then I don't have it. I don't have it to invest.
But that's still a choice. If you want to.
He's about to get at him real crazy because low key, he's going to reveal that he's the one who's been paying for this whole setup this whole time. And it's not like a contribution, I guess, from the three of them. I know Laura just had a kid right before they got fired, maybe about 6-8 months before they got fired from Hot 97. So I don't think like she's like, yo, don't worry, I got here's 10,000 on the studio. And Rosenberg was probably like, don't worry, I got you on the back end. Pause. Right? I don't know. But he insinuates, he doesn't completely say, he insinuates, y'all ain't putting nothing in this shit. Look at all this shit in the background. Bare cameras all over the place. These niggas is looking nice. They got a switcher back there. All right. They would Quarterlab too. You feel me? So like this is a Ebro, the Ebro show.
Yeah,
Or not?
Yes, but some people don't have it.
But you see what I'm saying? That now we're getting to the nitty gritty. You're saying
some people did like I don't do that. Like there's people who's like I don't do that. I don't have money to invest like that. I don't do that. Like there's people like that.
Exists, but there's
That's
also
a real
people
thing.
who have money that they're like,
I'm
don't
too
want
scared.
to.
I don't. That's not what I do because, like, I don't know. I'm a child of the Holocaust. I don't know. The idea of being like, yo, let me throw this money over here. I'm scared to do it. What if it never comes?
Did he just do that? Yo, Looney, you over in the chat somewhere? Did he just do that?
Like there's people like that.
Exists, but there's
That's
also
a real
people
thing.
who have money that they're like,
I'm
don't
too
want
scared.
to.
I don't. That's not what I do because, like, I don't know. I'm a child of the Holocaust. I don't know. The idea of being like, yo, let me throw this money over here. I'm scared to do it. What if it never comes back?
Because you.
But that's not. You're going to keep saying
No,
the same
but that's
fucking thing.
but that's what it is.
But it's not.
It is.
Then it's a language. It's a word choice you're using that doesn't connote what you're thinking.
No,
it
you're
connotes.
sensitive about it. There was times people would be like, yo, you want to invest? I don't have money to invest. I can't play with y'all. I don't have money to invest.
But I'm telling you, Ebro, I do. And I don't.
He has it. He's
I
just
have
scared
it.
to use it.
I don't use it like that.
Good.
It could go and I would be okay.
Well, then you gotta-
but I'm not going to do it.
But
because
and
it's
in my
not-
mind, you don't have it to invest. You have it, but that's not what it's
But that's
for.
a word choice that you're using. That's what I'm
But
saying.
that's what investing is, bro. That's what investing is.
The annoying and frustrating part about the entire conversation is that in the end, it still does come down to me making a decision that's kind of a bitchy thing to do. But it's my choice to do that.
Yeah, but I think you're being sensitive about people's perception of your money. That's why you're being offended. You think I'm trying to make it sound like you're broke.
No, I'm
That's
telling
not
you
what
it
it's
does-
about.
No, I hear you now.
Because relative to them people, we're broke.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
don't have money to invest.
Maybe you're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like we don't.
I hear. Yeah, you mean that for them, it's like sure.
Well, no.
Hey, you want to get
How
down
about-
with
no,
this?
let me
Why
tell you.
not?
I'll take you a step further. They have to.
Right. There's too much money.
They have to invest.
What are they doing? Their money has to go somewhere.
Otherwise, they're going to get taxed crazy on it. So they have to do something with it. We don't.
Facts are being made. He was a dick. Pause. Right? He had a asshole way of getting this message out. Call him a bitch, a hoe, a pussy, all type of shit. But points are being made.
Have that.
Yeah, but you didn't say we don't. You said
well,
you
we weren't
don't.
talking about me.
But you have to understand how these things sound sometimes.
Only because you're sensitive about your money, because you're fucking getting lambasted by people who think you're broke on the internet because you don't work at Hot 97 anymore.
No.
Oh God, like that
and they
was
think
bringing
that
in
was
the
paying all your
millions.
fucking bills.
That wasn't even what it was.
Somebody asked me if I was a million. I'm like, who are you talking about? Not me.
They think that was the biggest thing in your life. Yo, there's people who
But I don't even
literally
hear that
yo,
often.
I hear it all the time. We was just saying, yo, man, you good, bro? I know. Like what?
Well, you remember in the days after it, when in the days after they're like, man, well, Ebro's down bad now. And then the video was like shows you at Apple the next day.
All right, it became the highest gross.
Okay. I'm done with these guys here. You know, the thing is, it might have been scripted because I do see some people in the chat saying, yo, this was scripted. It's fake. It's fake. It could be. A lot of people these days are like, yo, we're just going to do whatever to try to get this shit popping. I seen something and I was like, is this where we're at? Like all podcasts have to have some level of like drama. This is what I saw.
What you did for? Talk about do something for.
King Yella and 607 Unk get into an altercation after 607 Unk brought up his son.
What you mean? Don't get my back.
You see how the camera's moving around? Like, yes, it looks like he's giving him the business, but is it? Does it look like he's like punching the shit out of him for real? Or are we looking at a scripted, oh, we're going to turn up the timeline with this one?
Damn. What you give your son?
Right? The cameraman had no problems filming this shit.
What you did for? Talk about do something.
There was no like pushing people out the way and camera falling on the ground, like real like action, furniture moving. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody just got to do whatever they can right now to turn this shit up, or they're just like, I don't know if people are going to watch. Should we do that, gang? Because now I can't even ask you guys. Because if I do that, you're going to be like, yo, you already spoke about it in the live stream. Right? Should I just start like spazzing out on natural? You a bitch! Right? Go crazy on DJ Czar. What the fuck you think you talking about? That's going to turn up the views? You say, shut them all down. Nah, fam. The telly thing was the one moment, fam. And I wasn't scripted. But I'm just saying, though. Like, it's not like that shit happens all the time. All right, hold on. Could I just find it like that? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see what the SEO is on this. I would have to, it's not that great. See what I'm saying? It was only that one time, fam. We had, what's her name? Clout Girl. You know, great name. She threw up in the studio. But like furniture moving and people going crazy, like,
It is what it is. But even like, Ellie, it's okay. We be real over here today. But like, I know a lot of times. Come on, fam. Straight out ask what the people want to know in the comments all the time.
No.
Come on, fam. Like, you're a baddie, you know what I'm saying? But like, I know a lot of times people get in the telly.
Oh, the smoking inside the studio guy, too. that was a little bit of BTS more than like on camera, even though it was on camera. But that was real. Like I was genuinely pissed. Oh my God, I'm getting pissed all over again thinking about it. Fuck that guy. Fuck him and his whole family. Yo, bro, if you're watching this right now, bro, fuck you and your whole family, bro.
It's okay. We can be real over here today.
Y'all ain't shit.
Did I not just say no? I don't understand. Like, I just said no.
I'm saying we're having a real interview here today. Like, the people want to know.
Are you still asking me the same question?
I'm just saying the people
Okay,
want to know.
honestly, like, do you hear this shit? Like, I like.
Yo, hey,
Just a little furniture moving.
We love.
Just a little furniture moving. It ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. That was a moment. Hold on. And that shouldn't, listen, it's not like, oh, after, well, yeah, we did get a lot of followers or subscribers and followers on Instagram off of that. You talking about this shit right here. It's in the member section. We'll get to it later because we have a whole. Well, fuck yourself, bro. Shit happens. Fucking goof.
Some of you will let you go. Why?
Because you're a goof. 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 That was recent. You know what? If it was scripted, I think I would have made it a public post. You feel me? I was like, yo, I could run it up. Nah, put it behind the member section. Listen, fam, I was on the Herb vibe that day, fam. I was kind of, yo, bro, you don't understand. We ain't even going to get into it. But yeah, the point is a lot of these podcasts do be scripted, so you just never know what you're watching these days, whether it's AI or guys who are actually arguing or really moving furniture around.
Fuck me! Go get my back!
I don't know if Natural was scared. He was concerned, right? Right? If I can speak for Natural, don't ever bring scare business to me, is it? Right? He was more concerned. The fuck up. Oh man, y'all ain't shit in the comments. He's barely kicking it, fam. It's like WWE. There's a page that I follow, and I don't think I could bring it up here on the page because I'll probably get this video will get yellowed if I pull up. I might take a risk though. Just for the people then. But this Salute to White Yachty.
It's extremely. Yayo was up here.
I decided to try.
Yeah, I won't be able to find it. It's like a wrestling. This guy that does these wrestling things, where like it's just random. He'll be in the classroom, and all of a sudden, like he'll just DDT somebody through the table. They'll be at a state fair, and you know, two guys will jump out of nowhere and they get into a whole like WWE wrestling match. I'm sure you guys might have seen, or some of you guys might have seen those posts on Instagram. That's where I think where we're going right now with this content game. Like if you don't do some shit like that, like we ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, hopefully I don't have to do all that kind of crazy shit to get some views. But hey, you never know. Right? Crash out on the way. Couple things I want to cover before I get out of here. All right. I saw this video or saw this interview floating around on YouTube from the Breakfast Club with Memphis Bleek. All right. Big salute to Memphis Bleek. He just came off of the whole 3-day thing with Jay-Z, and he got his own podcast and stuff like that. But you don't usually see Memphis Bleek until Jay-Z pops out. Am I lying about that? Do you usually, and maybe I'll start a poll for this, do we give a shit about Memphis Bleek unless we see Jay-Z? Let me know. Okay? But he did pop out, and he was at the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club wanted to hear what he had to say about the Rock Nation show, the Jay-Z show.
What does that mean?
And the Reasonable Doubt stuff. And Tony Yayo's name came up, and Bleek decided to unload the cannon on Tony Yayo. So let's go over the clip. Hopefully we don't get copywritten because this is Netflix material. And see what Bleek, it's The Rock, see what Bleek has to say about all of this.
It's kind of surreal, bro, because I never imagined we could take it this far. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing back then was to get a couple dollars, get a few outfits, some cars, maybe we chill a few summers. I ain't think 30 years later. Remember when Reasonable Doubt dropped, I was 18, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
Fucking 48.
Wow.
And we still doing it. That's why I even had to tell at the J, I don't think no other artist from our era or even before in hip hop can do what he did these 3 days. It's name me another artist that can celebrate their first album release before the generation today wasn't even born when Reasonable Doubt dropped.
Maybe one.
Who?
Snoop.
No, Snoop. I give it. Yeah, Snoop. Yeah, Doggy Style ain't gonna front.
Snoop.
He could do it.
Probably Snoop. He's probably the only one.
Yeah.
From that era. He actually before y'all.
He before.
Yeah.
Snoop. I give it to Snoop. But then who else? I was trying to think. I'm like, yo, who else can do this? 30.
Yo, pause. Bleek still looks the same as like back in the early 2000s. He's aging well.
Years, even in 40 or 20 years. Some people can't even do a 20-year.
Yeah, now sell not a venue that size.
No,
Yankee Stadium.
Snoop would be the only one I could think of.
3 nights in a row, and then you sell out Blueprint, and you let people know this is just the album. This is not like, yo, we playing around, we'll play a few songs. No, we're focusing solely.
It's the Rock Nation Club
on this project. I can't even do that. I can't be like, yo, we doing coming age only. And he's like, you know what? We out.
Or you can do that at Urban Plaza.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying, Frank? Urban Plaza, Marcy Day. You know what I'm saying?
It was dope that he brought out Nas, too. I thought that was dope. And the way he brought out Nas.
Bleek had a shampoo commercial. Get the fuck out of here. Before we get, you know what? We'll get back to that.
Because everybody expected Nas to do the hook, right? Nas wasn't there for the hook. The last hook, it went right into Whose World. It was the way they did that was just.
I give Jay #1 transition from song to song at a show.
He should have been a DJ. Word.
It's insane that how he makes rhymes with songs, beats with songs. It's bro. I'm a fan still, and I always tell him like, yo, you never seem to not amaze me, bro. When I think what you gonna do next. You pull out something I wasn't even thinking about.
I found it, gang. Can we get to the Tony Yayo shit, nigga?
That's what it is. Niggas can't compete. That's why they talk like that. If 50 said...
Okay, here it is.
Who was up here? With Yayo's thing had what does he say? That
Jay-Z don't help nobody?
Jay-Z don't help nobody.
Ooh.
Y'all been going
Yo, saying 401k records, nigga. It's called Hold It Down, homie. Drop some heat. Niggas ain't paying your bills, cuz. That's what it is. Niggas can't compete. That's why they talk like that. If 50 said 1 year, these niggas will be in a shelter. They shouldn't be allowed to talk about us or anybody when you literally are a dependent. Like, that shit is insane to me, man. Like, niggas can't even wear their jewelry without their boss.
Damn.
Show me a picture of Yayo walking around with his chain, the passport chain, without 50 Cent there. Oh! I gotta see it. But niggas ain't taking care of niggas. You goddamn right they ain't. We take care of ourselves.
I think I heard Yayo say that.
We take care of ourselves. We made enough money that we don't need to be on niggas' nut sacks. Oh no! Listen, Yayo, I'm just saying what he's saying. I fuck with you, Yayo. Oh no! I found that video, fam. Hold on. I'm gonna let you we'll get back to Bleek in a second.
You know my lady got, you know my lady got, you know my.
Come on, give me the whole video.
You know my lady got, you know my. And just take a look at them. You know just how I do. I can run my fingers through. Kanye, keep strong all day, get replenish your glow. It turned that dull into
We love hip hop. We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Just take a look at them.
Let's go. Oh! Yo, what the fuck did I stumble on? Yo, AI underground music. What depths of your brain did you remember this shit from, bro? This got buried in the amount of data that I've collected over the years. But now that it's back here, bro, I can't unremember this shit, bro. What the hell, fam? Oh, the jacket. Yo, the lime and yellow. The lime and lemon jacket. I can't fucking breathe. This is killing me, bro. Oh, fuck. Let's go. Who's on this song? Who are these chicks? Cold green. Cold green. Yo. Oh man. Don't worry about Bleek. He'll be all right.
Which is crazy. He said you and Jay's friendship was more business. I've never seen it.
Well, him and 50 friendship is just financial.
Yeah, 40. Yeah, both 48 going back and forth with each other sounds crazy.
Yo, but I'm just saying, it's like, yo, what you want me to be? Yo, Jay, look out for me. I drop bombs. We got a new song out right now, right? No More, produced by Cool and Dre. Move.
What? He got a new song? Do I want to go check it, or I might get a Rock Nation? I might get a copyright, bro.
When the last Yayo wreck?
Oh, the piece of shit Mixie part of me needs to hear this song now.
Right? No More, produced by Cool.
No More? Is that what it's called? We'll be the judge if we want to hear any more of this. No more. No more. No mas. Man, Bleek is the first thing that pops up. Man, Bleek is. You remember the Memph Bleek dance? Memph Bleek is. He always used to do all that shit in his videos. Salute to Bleek, man. Let's hear this. Chain still there. It's The Rock, baby. Y'all feeling this, gang? Okay, because this is getting cut out the replay. So let me know, man. One in the chat if y'all feeling this new Bleek. New Bleek. Can I do my clue voice? New Bleek. And do remember. Big shouts. And Am I doing a good clue impression? There's bare ones in the chat. Niggas is fucking with this. Manada. I ain't mad at this still. I ain't mad at this, Bleek.
Cool and Dre moving.
Mm-hmm.
When the last Yayo record?
I don't know.
He's a dependent. Of course, he viewed life through. Look out for me.
Mm-hmm.
I never looked at. Come on, Jay raised bosses, man. He don't raise dependents. We all bosses, business owners. You know, I got a bar in the restaurant in Vegas. Tell him pull up and come eat. Everything free on me.
He liked to travel and eat. When he was here, he said they go to all
We
the
got
places.
all
They
that
do
fly
that.
shit, escargot, all that. The bill is covered.
You got what do they call that? Escort. What did he have that there? The pancakes there?
Eat people on this side.
What is the caviar? You ain't got no caviar pancakes over there, Bleek? Huh? You ain't got caviar pancakes.
I too.
He said the bill is covered.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's covered.
He said Jay-Z doesn't support Memphis Bleek.
I got you.
He said the bill is covered.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's covered.
He said Jay-Z doesn't support Memphis Bleek the way 50 Cent looks out for him. That was the.
But how?
Yeah.
Where's his records? Where's his businesses? Where's his do he even have a wait? Let me ask you a question.
He does.
Do this nigga have children?
yo. Where's this guy?
Wait, let me ask you a question.
He does.
Queens. Gotta represent for Queens. Don't do it. He does. He got a house. He got a house right near my grandmama's old house. Don't do that. Queens.
Do this nigga have children?
I don't know.
Because when do he travel with his family? When is family time?
He got
I don't want to hear this 50 Cent shit and Jay-Z shit. My wife right here, we just came from Paris, rocking the chateau. My daughter was in there, was in the room Leonardo da Vinci built. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
hey, my son just was at night one, Reasonable Doubt. Where's these niggas' kids? And you talking about somebody taking care of you. Who are you taking care of, man? Like, yo, we fucking 50 and you still want niggas to take care of you is insane to me. And the fans.
Yo, he's yellow taping the fuck out of Yayo. I didn't even listen to this whole clip. I'm just catching the rest of the clip right now with y'all. Yo, he is violating Yayo. I'm sorry. Whew. He has smoke for Yayo. That whatever Yayo said, and I'll pull up what Yayo said, but like, he was like, I've been waiting for this moment, and I've been waiting for the right place to go to get at this nigga. Memphis Bleek or Silk the Shocker? Are you sick? Memphis Bleek all day, my nigga. Memphis Bleek is.
And you still want niggas to take care of you is insane to me. And the fans.
And don't get it twisted. That track that he has there, I don't remember the name of the song. I just remember how it goes. Like that. Put your hands in the air if you like that. In the air. No, is that the one? Yes. Copyright coming.
Get him. Do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you?
You don't have this. This shit make me want to break something, fam. Right now with my 50-year-old ass, bro. You play this shit around me, nigga? Oh, shit. Classic alert. That track was so fucking crazy. Where was the other one? There was one that he dropped on his second album that was like a sleeper, but it was a banger. You can't sleep on Bleek, bro. What was the tune? What was it? Round Here. Oh, Round Here was so fucking sick. Holy. And the video with T.I. and Trick Daddy. Oh my God. That shit was a banger. 21 million views, Crawl.
My hat clean and I'm living with no fear. Round here, yeah. Round here, yeah.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop. We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Woo! Fuck. Yo, I'm gonna have to listen to that tomorrow on my travels and shit, bro. That shit was fire.
Online, think this is right. Arguing it. Yeah, Jay don't look out for Bleek. He's not supposed to. I have a job. I get paid well. How do you get a check and say, yo, I need a check?
But tell them your job, though.
I'm a boss.
I know, but I mean, you got a bunch of them.
Listen,
got many jobs.
we do rap. I have 4 gold albums,
That's right.
by the way. 4. All gold, hanging up plaques. Successful albums. I have 2 restaurants. I have a label that was successful. Warehouse.
And it was at Rock Nation.
Shout out Casanova, free cash,
right.
free
Well,
my
stop hitting the table, my nigga. It's an audio freaking experience.
nigga Taxstone. We
That's
made
right.
moves. You know what I mean? We did what we did. Do say moving, crazy. Mind Right Exotics in stores, crazy. Rock Solid Pop. Shout out High Tolerance in the streets, crazy. Wait, yo.
Rock Solid Podcast.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Drake
my
Chance
bad.
and Black
My
Effect.
bad. I ain't even bring that up. Rock
That's what he wanted you to say. That's why.
Listen, you got Charlemagne over here. Don't worry. Whatever you miss, Charlemagne has it all down here on the papers. All the Rock Nation talking points are right here, gang. Right here, right here, right here.
Oh, yeah, my
Chance
bad.
and Black
My
Effect.
bad. I ain't even bring that up. Rock
That's what he wanted you to say. That's why. That was the setup for
Solid
you.
No, there's a bunch
Podcast
of them. I know.
on Black Effect, iHeart, Drink Champs.
Word.
Like, what more niggas want me to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to start a daycare center for senior citizens rappers. Since they want to be dependent and want people to look out for them, but only thing they got to let me put life insurance on them. So if they die, we cash it out.
You get your money back.
God damn.
Straight up.
Desecrated. Hold on. I got you, brother. So, Tony L. Let's get to Tony Yayo's original comments of what he said to set off Bleek.
Nori. Yayo said, Jay-Z didn't have us on tour like he did, or I eat my own halal. I eat my own halal too. If you want to say that, to Memphis Bleek, I just came off my last tour. All I'm saying is when you see Jay-Z in a setting, he never really, when he's doing a Beyonce show or whatever, you don't see Memphis Bleek on the stage or him being brought out. You know, even if I'm doing the hype man shit with 50, he's bringing me out. I'm making money. I'm going to.
That's that man girl too. That's it. That's whole wife tour.
Yeah, that's whole wife tour.
So if Hov, I believe if Hov was out on his own, he would bring Bleek out. There is no need for him to bring Bleek in a situation where I look like if this was last tour you're talking about with the Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, because I look at Bleek as a loyal guy, like I'm a loyal guy to Jay. But I look at like Fifth, my guy Hervé, one day we had TRL, and it's the young Gunners there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him out. And Hervé says loud, you don't gotta worry about nothing. You got 50. Jay-Z doesn't do nothing for these guys like 50 does. And Hervé, I think he worked with them too. But he said that to me, and that always stuck in my head. Rest in peace to him. And he was like, yo, you got 50. Because 50 always, like for instance, when he dropped his album, he didn't have to drop the Beg for Mercy. He wanted to drop G-Unit brand.
Mm-hmm.
He branded us on the way with him. You know, until this day, people knock me out the way. 50-50. Sometimes your own security, his security might knock you out the way. Or people might knock you out the way. I'm never gonna feel a way about a celebrity. As long as I'm there and I'm getting what I deserve, you know, everybody can't be Beyonce. Everybody can't be Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be Nas. Everybody can't be.
And now he's going away from the point. I kind of think that Bleek made some real points when it came to that. All right? And listen, this is with all due respect to Tony Yayo, because he's doing way better in life than I am. So I ain't even going to diss, fam. You eating escargot pancakes and all that type shit. But a lot of the stuff that he says, including like his interviews and, you know, different clips that you see him in, he's like, yo, 50-50, you know, 50, he be bringing in 50. And yes, it's cool that 50 is doing this. But from what Bleek is saying, they don't need 50.
50 friendship is just...
Right? They do, he Jay-Z set him up from the time he was on that song there, Coming of Age, to where I don't need to hold Jay hand no more. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Bleek is making better points? Or, you know, maybe Tony Yayo got a point. Like, bro, that nigga don't even help you. He don't need to help me. I'm rich. I'm not going to say, but the way he's kind of saying that, like, yo, 50's your daddy. Jay's just my friend. I'm saying. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I fuck with both parties. And I know Tony Yayo really fucks with Toronto heavy, but jeez. Who's more relevant? Tony Yayo is definitely more relevant. You guys got that right as far as my poll over here. He's more relevant as far as media. You see, you know, he gets interviewed. His interviews get clipped way more often. He got his own podcast with Uncle Murder, so that gets clipped up way more than I see Memphis Bleek's podcast get clipped. But maybe I should ask another question, and then I'll get off of this. Like, I'm getting off of this in like literally 1 minute. Just give me a second. Who got more money? That's what I want to know. Who got more money? Bleek or Yayo? That's what I want to know. The pocket watch question. Let's see if we can find Jay-Z and the new improved Jay-Z. What? This is what this nigga's doing?
Prepared for. Definitely, man. We got London coming up. We got LA coming up, SoFi Stadium. Paris coming up, September 4th, September 10th.
Oh, goddamn.
October, I think 12th is SoFi. Man, it's gonna be just get ready. Yeah. Man. This is a whole summer. It's a takeover.
It's a takeover. In closing,
Break's
I'll
over.
say this to you off air, but I'll say it in front of the people who watch the news. At a time like this, music still inspires. It brings us together. Growing up on artists like yourself and Hove and others, and then getting to meet you guys and then being there and seeing everyone together, there's an energy to that. It's what we need. We need more than just debates and division. And we certainly need authenticity because there's a lot of fake stuff going on. So an honor to have you back.
Wow. Can I see some Bleek on stage with him? Is this it? Yo, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, don't do it like that. Don't do it. What's up, New York City? I need your hands in there.
We love hip. We love hip hop.
Front, back, left, and right. Up top.
We love hip hop.
Guess who's the Zach? Crack him a clothes. Oh.
We love hip hop.
Yeah. Holy fuck. Y'all heard the mics were horrible over there. That sounded cool though. Leave Jeezy alone, yo. Can I see some Bleek? Nas. 1 second. Coming age live. Let's do that. We ain't got no clips, Bleek? Oh, no. Bleeky. Bleek get no clips. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go.
We love hip hop. 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 We love hip hop.
Mind you, Jay did write this verse, but this is one of his best shits.
I don't want to like top 10, just give me the world. It's time to come on. Wake up in my ground. Got to lock it down. Stand my ground. Got to come on. Stick on my chest.
And mix the loop.
Got to lock it down. Spin on my own room. And shorty out the lunch and you cut.
Damn, bro, I wish I was there. I ain't gonna lie, fam. I ain't trying to be a Jay Glazer. I'm not paid by Rock Nation. Sorry. But as a hip hop head, I wish I was there. That shit looked dope. Damn. Fuck, bro. I gotta get into America. Anyhow, salute to Memphis Bleek and salute to Tony Yayo. Both parties involved. All right. This 50-year-old beef. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we cover the 50-year-old beef. The beef for the niggas with the gray hair. You know what I'm saying? I got one more topic for us, and then I'm hitting the road. All right. Let me know also if you guys have any topic that you want us to cover tomorrow. Just a quick update as well before I get into my next topic. Go and follow our Kick page. All right. Go follow us on Kick. Tomorrow, I will be streaming the podcast live on Kick. The uncut version of the podcast. So if anything gets said that isn't supposed to be said, or if we fuck up and we might have to do something and cut this out and whatever, like, it's all going in the live stream, but the live streams are going to be exclusively for the podcast. Full podcast episodes will be streamed live on Kick Wednesdays and Sundays. And then the full edited episode will premiere as usual Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. over here on this channel that you're watching right now. Okay, so we're doing some exclusives over there on Kick. And the VOD is going to live over there. The uncut VOD will live over there on Kick. Maybe. I might have to take it down sometimes. You never know. But big salute to everybody also in the chat who's popping up. I got one more story I want to cover because there has been a serious incident that went down in America that started to bring up things that memories and parallels of things that we dealt with over here in Canada, specifically here in Toronto. I want to say RIP to Nolan Wells and Shamar Barnett, okay? Because that's the case that sparked to my mind after I seen this whole debacle and everything that's been going on with this Nolan Wells case here. So let's pull up this here as far as the news story itself, and then we can get to see a little bit more of the backstory of what's going on over here. Hopefully I don't get an ad on this website over here. This is courtesy of WLOX.
Weeks since Nolan Wells' body was found on Horn Island. As the country sits and waits for the investigations to conclude, many questions are still left to be answered. Today I spoke with Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter on where the investigation stands.
Speculation continues as to what happened to 18-year-old Nolan Wells over Independence Day weekend. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter met with WLOX to give what updates he could. However, considering
this investigation is active, it's ongoing,
he wasn't able to confirm much. Ledbetter did confirm that interviews have been conducted with witnesses and the department has been in contact with other departments and agencies, including the FBI. The investigation has benefited from information brought by the community.
This recent week, we've got a lot of valuable information that has come from the public. We put out a call to action last week for that information, and it has been very productive for us.
Many are preparing for the return of Wells' autopsy. However, toxicology testing is conducted by outside laboratories, and the analysis and review process can take several weeks. A spokesperson for the Mississippi Department of Public Safety states every case is unique and deserves a thorough review. Therefore, cases cannot all be handled the same way or in the same timeline. While theories circle social media, those who are close to Nolan are still waiting for closure, as one friend spoke in an ABC interview.
I think everybody needs to let the investigation continue and let the facts be shown. And if the fact shows that somebody harmed Nolan, I hope that there is justice brought. And if it was a tragic accident and somebody didn't speak up, I still hope justice is brought. The facts is the only thing that's going to overturn that. So that's what I'm just waiting patiently to see before I think anything else. I just know I've lost my best friend.
Oh, this is sad, man.
If your family.
So let me get out of this here. Let me see if I can pull up a little bit more information because there's obviously multiple news stories. He has legal representation also from Benjamin Crump, who's going to be doing an independent autopsy for the family. Right? Look, Nolan Wells Insider speaks bombshell. More details. Let's take a look over here at TMZ.
Welcome to the TMZ podcast. This is Devin with Eye of the Week.
I don't want to listen to the TMZ podcast. Sorry, TMZ podcast. New details emerge. Let's see.
A community in mourning and demanding answers.
And we just want to know what happened to Nolan.
After the mysterious death of Mississippi teenager Nolan Wells following a boat trip with friends to Horn Island on the 4th of July. His mother contacted authorities late that night when he didn't come home.
News to report her 18-year-old son, Nolan Wells, missing last week at 3 on Horn Island.
Christine Wells-Wansley told us she got a call Saturday night from one of the friends Nolan went to the island with.
What did he say? He said, "Hey, Miss Christine, have you seen Nolan or talked to Nolan?" I said, "No, I thought he was with you guys, you know." He's like, "No, nobody's talked to him."
Early the next morning, Nolan's father, Elmore, says his son's high school football coach took him out on a boat to search.
Got out the boat, walked the island, and then got back on the boat and went around the island.
Did you see anything?
Holy.
Nothing.
The Coast Guard and United Cajun Navy searching simultaneously, but it was a day later when Nolan's body was recovered.
There's basically a black hole between about 4:30 on the 4th of July in the afternoon until when Nolan was found.
Authorities have not released a cause of death.
Do you think there's a possibility that your son drowned accidentally?
Watch this.
Honestly, because of the way the stories are just so inconsistent and how that day went, it's just, we can't say for sure.
His grieving parents believe race may have been a factor in his death.
I don't want to believe it is, but unfortunately, there's evidence to show that things like this happen. He just had a big heart. To really know Nolan, to have him as your friend it was something special. Do you worry that he might have trusted too much? Sometimes, yeah. And that was something we always talked to him about.
Listen, there's people who've been saying yo, and I don't want to even try to cause any division between black and white people, okay, whether it's here or in America. But there's people who are yo, I ain't trying to let my kid go and play with a bunch of my one black kid be the one black kid in the crowd of all of the white kids. You know what I'm saying? Is that wild to be saying that type shit? Let me know, because it does sound super gracious to say, but I could also understand where a parent would be like, I don't know if my son is going to be, if you guys are going to have my son's best interest in mind if anything does happen. You feel me? This football coach, interesting.
So Tracy, what his parents think happened here? Do they believe this was just an unfortunate accident, tragedy, or that it's something more sinister?
I was in Ocean Springs when it happened, and I was still in disbelief when I got the news that Nolan was missing. So when I got all the details surrounding the case, that they told me he was out at Horn Island, and he came up missing or whatnot. I talked with his dad, and we just had conversation. That was kind of after the fact when they had found his body, because I was just giving the family their respect that they deserve, and when everything first took place. But I was sharing all the detail that the family was sharing, just putting the word out there, and just so everybody could be on notice and everybody be paying attention.
When you say you talked to the dad, did he kind of accept this as an accident and a tragedy, or was he more suspicious?
Well, no, he was more so just searching for answers right now, because it had just happened and there was a lot of questions still unanswered.
Usually high school football stars have a pretty close relationship with their coaches. What can you tell us about just Nolan as a human being?
Nolan was a great young man, with a big personality. Everybody gravitated to Nolan because of his smile. He just wanted everybody to be happy, and he was a joy to coach, a joy to be around. To sum Nolan up, long story short, Nolan is a guy that I would let date my.
Let me read this over here. What if the autopsy shows he drowned and no foul play? Would you believe them? Seems like some people want him to be murdered. Yes, and that's also another thing that's out here. It's like, okay, it could have been just exactly what it seems like. Right? We gotta keep that as a possibility. It might not have been any foul play. It could have just been like, yo, they're kids, they're fucking around, everybody's getting drunk, they're not being responsible, obviously, because they're youths, and shit happens. Right? I'm not trying to downplay anything for the parents or the family, but sometimes it literally is what it looks like. So we have to keep that as in the realm of possibility as well.
Daughter.
I mean, there were rumblings that he may have gotten into an argument, that there might have been a confrontation or something like that. I mean, was he a guy who would stand up, where, his hackles would go up, or was he more of a get along type guy?
He's more of a get along type guy. Don't get me wrong. Now, if something happened, he'll defend himself. But I knew right then in that video that wasn't Nolan.
One of the theories is that that he was drinking and that there was a riptide that day and that maybe he got caught in a bad current out there.
Damn.
Knowing him as an athlete, and we've heard that he did know how to swim, would that surprise you if he ended up in that situation?
I mean, it would surprise me, that happened, but like I said, man, I'm just waiting till the family, give out, details of what they done gathered.
Was there racial tension at this school?
Blackjack says, not gonna lie, it can be uncomfortable being the only black you in the group. It can be. It depends on what group you're with. It depends on maybe his upbringing also. From this way it seems like his parents they're both black parents, obviously, but like, I don't know, maybe he could have grown up in a very white neighborhood, so that's the scenario all the time. Mind you, if they start saying racist shit, that shit gets uncomfortable. Not even uncomfortable, like shit might get, some furniture might need to start getting moved. You know what I'm saying? But for some of these kids, that's just the norm. It's not even an uncomfortable thing. It's like literally their life. Like, especially these kids when they start getting into, there's one thing sometimes when it's like, I'm in my neighborhood, if they're from like an impoverished neighborhood, but a lot of kids just not from impoverished neighborhoods. They're just like, I grew up in this neighborhood all the time, and Becky and Ashley and whoever are the girls who I deal with, and it's just always been the one or two, three tops black kids in the neighborhood, right? Especially in Mississippi for sure. Listen, it's happened. I kind of find your tribe, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't grow up in a neighborhood that had bare black people. I had to go find my tribe. Not everybody's willing to do that though, you know what I'm saying? Or wants to do that. They're just like, yo, I'm just happy just hanging out with Genevieve and Marie-Josée.
No, I don't think it was no racial intention at the school. From my experience, because you have predominant white school, you have black kids there, and they all played and grew up together and got along. Now some stuff might have happened that I didn't see, So, I can't speak wholeheartedly on it, but from what I did see, it was a tight-knit community, you know what I mean?
So the thing is with this story has been getting wide attention, like national attention. You know, when I put in Nolan Wells, you see update today. Let me see if I put in Tyler Perry. All right, Tyler Perry pays for his funeral. All right, so billionaire Tyler Perry will help pay for the funeral of Nolan Wells, an 18-year-old from Mississippi whose body was found days after he went missing on the 4th of July. And then you also got Crump, and then a salute to his lawyer, Ben Crump, or his family lawyer. Crump said at the Friday afternoon press conference that Colin Kaepernick, former quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, is also helping to pay for an independent autopsy. Crump was joined by Sharpton, so Al Sharpton's in this too, and Wells' parents at a press conference where he called for an independent investigation, saying Wells' family does not trust the Mississippi law. All right, so there's a lot going on here. I'm not going to read through every single detail, but the point is a lot of mainstream attention has been put on this. He's gotten celebrities and celebrity lawyers and everybody to contribute to this, and I'm really happy to see this actually, as far as like the outpouring of love afterwards. Obviously it's a tragic incident, so it sucks that it had to be this to see this this type of unity and people moving forward for the Black community, right? But it does draw some parallels to me as far as just like that one Black kid just with a bunch of white kids, and then some shit goes left. One detail also they're saying is the parents of one of the kids, let me see if I can find that, is a judge. Parent judge. Let's see if we can find that. Yo, they got mad interviews too. But basically, the parents of one of those kids that were there on that little getaway with Nolan is a judge, right? Protest for Nolan Wells as family in Mississippi ask. Holy shit! Hold on, let me just check out a couple more.
Protests calling for more transparency in the Nolan Wells investigation was held Saturday evening in Mississippi. The parents are seeking answers about what led to the death of their son. Wells' body was found after a 4th of July boat trip with friends to Horn Island in Mississippi. The death has sparked speculation after his friends returned from the trip without him. Patrick Wright reports.
The goal of today's protest, I feel like, would be just to say his name. Yes, sir, Nolan Wells. For me, this means a whole lot because I have my kids in this community too.
Hey, Nolan Wells. I'm a mom. I have 2 sons, so it hit home for me.
Nolan Wells could have easily been my grandson.
I feel like today's testament is that we want answers. It's not about vengeance. It's not about accusations. It's about the truth, and it's about transparency.
We're going to stand behind the family, and that's why we're out here. A lot of times, these stories go unnoticed.
Because Nolan Wells is not the only one. There has been a long historic string of young Black men losing their life under very suspicious circumstances.
I am the family of Emmett Till.
Wow.
And my family is here in support of what's going on because this young man should not be dead.
So I know
R.I.P.
him
Emmett
personally as
Till.
a kid before he went out to college. It's hard in this generation to find kids that still say yes sir, no sir. And when he came to me and wanted to work, he said, you know, my mom and dad told me I gotta get my own money. And I said, but when you go out to college, I want you to make good choices and decisions to set you up for a lifetime. And he said, yes sir. That says a lot about his home life. It says a lot about his parents, and it says a lot about him. The things that he did while he was here on earth, it left a statement in a place in a lot of people's heart. Life is precious, no matter what color you are.
That's a fact. Yo, real talk, man. Yes, but like I said, this does draw parallels, and I wish, and salute to Shamar Barnett's mother, right? And R.I.P. to Shamar Barnett. I wish that he had this kind of coverage over here in Canada, because this story got brushed under the rug, but it's just it reminds me of it so much. Let me just play just a little bit of the premise. I do have the interview with her as well, and I feel like this whole story went under the rug. Cool. I spoke to Shamar Barnett's mother. Right. And for the people who don't know, Shamar Barnett, R.I.P. to that young gentleman. Okay. Young black man. He went to a party where he was one of the only black people there. I can't say he was the only, because like people were saying in the comments, how is he the only black person?
He was the only one there, bro.
Besides that, okay, the premises of it is that he was the only black guy at a party that had mostly white people, and he ended up passing away. And it's foul play because nobody has been able to. They said he fell in the pool. The definitive reason, you know, they say that he drowned. There was blood that was coming out of the eyes. He had teeth missing, and there was just a whole bunch of speculation around it as far as him and how he passed. But then what we were getting pissed off about is the fact that there was no media coverage.
None.
Right? Once I put out that clip about, you know, us having our conversation, I got a DM from his mom, Dukes.
Damn right.
And, you know, we were able to organize a phone call. I'll post some of the stuff. I'll play some of the stuff, I guess, off of Instagram. So I'll play some of the stuff from the interview. And RIP once again to Shamar Barnett. But I think that this needed to get more. And she's still diligently working to try to find the answers. I was actually at an autopsy report for this here. It's just something that never got posted up on the channel. But I actually was there at an autopsy report, got to film it, all types of stuff. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I got to film the autopsy, not to show the videos and the pictures, but there was a bunch of people in the room, lawyers, cops, different people. And yeah, it was a deep case. Let me see. Do I have this timestamped? It's not no real timestamps in here to have.
In the state of my grieving, I didn't expect to hear that, but I accepted for what it was because I knew that Shamar was upstairs in my room because I just came back from emergency. Before I get to the whole police, let me just walk you back. June 29th was a very unusual day for me. I woke up about 7:04 a.m. in the morning and I was having very excruciating pain in my stomach area.
Right.
So I took 2 painkillers and I went back to sleep in the hopes that I would sleep the pain off. So I went to sleep and I woke up back at 11:04 a.m. When I got up at 11:04 a.m.,
big up Cheryl,
the pain got worse and I started to vomit a lot and I was really ill. I felt like my breath was leaving my body and I felt like I couldn't breathe and I was just going to die. So I reached out to my sister and I called her, Sonia, and I said to her, come and take me to emergency. I feel like the breath is leaving my body. I feel like I'm dying. And then I called my daughter, Shamoya. She was at her dad's home and I said to her, come now, I need to go to hospital. I feel like I'm dying. So my sister and my daughter, they came, they got me ready. They took me to Emerge. When I got to Emerge, I couldn't walk. They were pushing me in the wheelchair and I was really ill that day. So they were pushing me in the wheelchair and I did pretty much all the tests in the hospital. The result came back and they said I was fine. They couldn't understand why I was sick to that extent, but nothing showed medically that anything was wrong with me. So I left the hospital and I arrived home on June 29th, probably about 9:40, somewhere there. So I came home at 9:40. So when I came home, that was when I went upstairs, and about sometimes after 11 p.m. that night, police showed up and they were asking for me. I was upstairs because, like I said, I just got back from the hospital. So when I was told that police is asking for me, I told my family member to go back downstairs and find out from the police if they're really asking for me, because I knew that I had no business with the police, especially at that time of the night. So I heard when the police said, yes, I am asking for Cheryl. So I came downstairs and the police was still standing at my door. So he looked at me and he said to me, are you Cheryl? I said, yes, I am. And he said to me, are you Shamar's mom? And I said, yes, I am. When the police said that to me, my heart just stopped beating for a second. And I sat down. I had like a little seat at my front entrance in my home. And I sat at the seat. And he said to me, I would prefer for you to have a more comfortable seat. So I came in my family room and I sat down in my family room. And the police said to me, your son was at a birthday party in Mississauga. We were told that your son jumped into the pool. And unfortunately, he did not make it. When he said that to me, I froze. I just completely froze for a second.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, I said, that can't be Shamar, because I knew that Shamar could not swim, and Shamar was very cognitive of the fact that he was not a swimmer. So I said to him, Shamar couldn't have jumped in the pool. I think you have the wrong person. And he said to me, he called me by my last name and he said, Miss Blank, if it was not your son, I would not be here. I said, there has to be a mix-up, but it can't be my son because Shamar could not have jumped into the pool. That's not him. Anyhow, I alerted.
So that was part of the major point of contention when it came to this foul play. Like, you know, they said that he got drunk, he jumped into the pool, and then they're like, yo, we were wondering where he was at or why he never came back up, but nobody jumped in the pool to help him. Next you know, he dead, he drowned. Right? And then when they went through the autopsy reports and different things like that, like they're finding out that like this guy's teeth were missing, all types of shit.
So heavy to pull him from the water. And then when I talk to people that is experienced about retrieving people from situations such as those, they said when you're retrieving somebody from the water, there is no weight. So even if the person is much heavier than you, normally you're not feeling that weight of the person.
Need, right, to make sure that we can put this all together, because if he was supposed to have drowned and there was no water in his lungs.
So we don't know. We really, as a family at this point, we really don't know, because they found him wet.
Mm-hmm.
When 911 found him, he was wet.
And this is what the police told you, or?
No, they said they found him wet.
Okay.
Because
she wasn't even able to, and they asked about somebody asked about the owner of the home. She wasn't even able to go and speak to the owners of the home at some point in time. They were trying to like keep it a secret of which home it actually happened at. It was a big like conspiracy that was happening with this. And to be honest, and listen, again, salute to Nolan Wells and salute to Shamar Barnett. But with this case right here, the We Love Hip Hop Network covered it. I know Brandon Gonez covered it. It got posted on after we did this interview over here on this channel. Then she went on to a couple of other mainstream media platforms. I think she might have been on CTV and might have been on Global after. And I received, and listen, I'm not trying to big myself up, but after we did this interview and it went public, I got hit up by Global put her in contact with them, and maybe one other. I forgot which other mainstream outlet hit me up and was like, "Yo, can we get in contact with Shamar's mom?" But prior to that, none of you motherfuckers was trying to cover this shit. And this is like a very obscure, like, what the hell? Okay, the one black kid at the party, just like with Nolan Wells, the one black kid at the party, everybody's having a good old time. Next thing you know, with Nolan Wells, he's like, yo, what did his friend say? He said he's not gonna come with us on the boat. He gonna bag back with his friends. He's waiting for somebody or some shit like that. And they also said when it comes to the Nolan Wells incident that he didn't have his phone for like mad long. And it's like, what? You guys are trying to tell me that all of these things add up? You know, rewind to the Shamar Barnett case. He gets drunk, he can't handle his liquor, but no, he was able to handle his liquor, obviously, because he brought they said that he bought liquor from his house, some Ray and nephews, and got super drunk and thought that he could swim all of a sudden. No, she has lawyers. Like I said, and I can't say your name here, but I watched one of the autopsy reports, and she was there with her own legal representation and all types of stuff. So the lawyer thing, she's lawyered up. It's just that, like, they never were trying to let this shit really hit the public like that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Sad, bro, all around, man. Hold on, I got it. Dark Dreams, you can't put no curses in the chat there, my brother. I gotta take that out. But listen, man, RIP to Nolan Wells. Okay, condolences to his family. And again, condolences to Cheryl, and RIP to Shamar Barnett. Just two stories that to me were very parallel in the way that they were. And just, if you ask me, I think that there is some foul play involved here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna play like, well, we could give them the benefit of the doubt. Nah, there's foul play in this. There's something that's not adding up. Hopefully, with all of the independent autopsies and investigations that he has on his side, with all the different people who are rallying behind his family, they'll be able to find out the real answers. And hopefully, if they do find out the real answers, those answers are not covered up by the powers that be, because that can get kind of crazy. Right? And then we can find justice for this young man and his family right here, man, because it won't be the first time that we don't find justice for a young black man getting killed in a circumstance like this. But I think I can end it there. A couple of things I want to let you guys know before I hit the road. Once again, tomorrow we will be streaming the podcast live tomorrow night, probably around 8 o'clock, 8:30 or so, on Kick only. Okay, you guys can catch the podcast while we're filming it in real time. Okay, then the audios and the videos will be uploaded to YouTube as well as all listening platforms right after. And it's not going to be the same product. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I gotta cut pieces out of the podcast. Obviously, I'm gonna. And the thing is with Kick, the reason I'm running them over here on Kick, besides the stuff that we have going on with Kick for the future, is because I'm able to run the music. I do a pretty cool set in the beginning of the podcast where I run like a good 2-3 tunes, maybe 4 sometimes, before we get to talking and get to the introduction and stuff. But when y'all watch it on YouTube, it's just cut and it says full audio available on welovehiphop.ca. With Kick, I'm going to be able to play the audios as far as the music and stuff like that. If there's any music reviews that we're doing, I'll be able to play the music and not have to have all of that shit cut out. So, yeah, that's why I'm going over here when it comes to the full live streams and not doing them on YouTube. Okay. Also, and we're going to be having some exclusive streams popping up on Kick just now. So please go follow us on Kick. And do remember, go to our clips channel. We Love Hip Hop Clips, for any clips from this live stream, Any clips from the podcast from yesterday will be all available on the Clips channel here. All right. So for anybody who wants to tune in for the live stream tomorrow, we'll be back with another live on Kick tomorrow for the podcast. Until then, we are off of this. Deuces.